the GIF I made for this.
That's very good. I'll eat all those horses.
She's going to work.
I'm just imagining Applejack just tossed her in there. She's like, to the barn you go.
And then she escapes continuously.
And she tries.
Oh, actually, hold on. You guys eat that for now.
Were they seeing us?
Yeah, I forgot. I did the wrong thing. He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. Kirby's, yay. Hello.
Hello,
Edward.
This thing being...
Your buttons.
There it is. Oh, it's just at a weird angle.
It's so fancy.
Yes, it is.
Back in my day, we had one button. And we were
and
happy.
that was your mother. We loved pushing her buttons.
Yes.
Sounds like a very 1920s somebody's joke.
Back in my day, we had to walk 15 miles uphill both ways to press the button.
All three ways. Yeah, going. My day is going well, Joseph. How's yours?
Bit of a contrast there.
Yeah, I'm just setting up for the initial shot.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
What's happy about it?
Because Friday.
Yeah. I'm happy it's Friday. Though it's going to be a busy weekend. Some work weeks are less busy than the weekends, depending. Beginning of summer vacation. Is it really already that late in the year? Oh, I suppose it is.
Also be summer vacation. Oh yeah, I guess it is.
What's a summer vacation? I am too old to remember such things.
I remember having it, but the thing I didn't like about summer vacations is it felt like it was still like a week long. It felt like nothing. And then by the time you go back to school, you just don't want to go back because you've been such a break from it. I like the places that do they do longer individual vacations and then a shorter summer. So summer, I think, is still like 3 weeks or 4 weeks maybe, but then like Christmas is an extra week longer and spring is an extra week longer. So they do a trimester, but then they give you longer breaks in between other one.
I remember when I was a kid, a single year felt like forever. Like a year felt like a really, really long time. Now that I'm older, I blink and I feel like half the year is gone. Oh. Getting old's not fun. I'm gonna cough one day and I'm gonna be 80 and that's just gonna be it.
And that'll be the last cough you ever make.
Yes. This time's just gonna skip on me.
He's gonna cough and just be like, "Near my lung."
Done that.
You know, I hope it didn't work out that way.
Oh, not all of it came out.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
But yeah, fun fact: I have coughed up a piece of my own lung. Yay! Let's start this stream on such a happy note.
Yes, Michael is a very pleasant person.
I am wonderful.
F in chat for Joseph. You died.
Well,
I don't know why I feel like taking this. I'm going to try to decide to eat a whole lemon today.
lemons are good.
I have a story about that. So there's this...
I have a bunch of them upstairs. I don't know what you're going to talk about. I can just go grab like 3 packs upstairs.
There's something called, I believe, the miracle berries. That's what it was. Miracle fruit. You can get little like strips or something for this. No, don't do it today because it's going to make that stuff taste really bad.
It might make it taste really good.
No, it gets rid of all the other flavors and no, don't.
You could have fun.
You want to get specific things for it, but you get these little strips and you put it on your tongue, or like pills, or it's something where it binds to certain aspects on your tongue to kind of it gets rid of certain negative flavors and kind of enhances the positive ones. Where eating a lemon isn't sour.
Tastes like candy.
So yeah, it says here causes sour foods subsequently consumed to taste sweet, meaning that once a lemon doesn't have any sour to it, there's no pucker, and they are delicious because all the sour gets converted to sweet, and so it's like eating a lemon drop, like candy, but right from the fruit. So good. You can get these things. They're usually just like they last for like an hour or something. They're pretty fun. So yeah, lemons are delicious, and well, actually, I love lemon flavor and stuff. But even just lemons themselves are delicious when you can actually eat them.
Yeah, with those things are the best. They almost taste like something you would eat for breakfast as opposed to oranges.
I wanted to do it where, like, if you're at a job where you have a lunchroom that you go to for lunch, take one of those like strips and then bring like 3 lemons with you and just start eating one for lunch. And when somebody's like saying, "What the hell are you doing?" Tell them that you have a fancy new lemon. It's a new thing that they're not sour at all. And you like, you just eat them all and then like offer them a piece.
When I worked at McDonald's way back when, I used to just get lemon wedges and just eat them.
Yeah, because you hated yourself.
The lemons aren't bad. I mean,
also
sour.
If it's a McDonald's lemon, that's probably like a processed dried lemon.
Well, I would eat a lemon for the same reason somebody might eat like a Warhead candy.
Because they hate themselves?
Oh, because sour can be fun. Sour can be fun. Like, those kind of candies are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I hate this. Comedy.
Trying to decide because when this goes up, let me go to this one here. This is what the color looks like. This is the green.
It'll screen you.
But at this shot, this background is going to look like this kind of green. And is that an equivalent green?
Well, she ran over the grass, so it's fine.
Well, it's for 2 frames. So it's this one. The first shot never does the motion blur correct. It's only about half the actual intensity. That's why I did this shot, because this is what it'll actually look like. And I'll fix it when I actually go to render it. But actually, here, I can fix it right now. So it'll look like... Oh, no, it won't, because the camera's locked to that point. Never mind. Anyway, actually, that's probably why it is. Now I'm curious about something. Let's extend this out one. Nope, it still does the glitch. Never mind. So yeah, I don't know if it's worth actually worrying about. I'm thinking I could get away with not having the grass there, and I'd be fine. I eat another lemon. You can do you.
It's good vitamin C.
It is vitamin C. Mm-hmm. How it feels to chew 5 gum lemon? No, don't eat a lemon. I mean, if you really want to eat a lemon,
eat all the lemons you want. They're good for you.
Michael's advice is dangerous.
No.
In this case, it's not dangerous, but it's still just not. Don't get in the habit.
It's soured to death. No.
Death by sour.
Yes.
I'm allergic to sour. You're allergic to a flavor? I'm gonna move this over a little bit because I want to have Apple Bloom more visible while she's going. I think all I really have to do to this shot is add Apple Bloom. So we're gonna do that quick. This should be the same, or essentially the same motion that these ones go through. Yep, it is. So it's just about getting it to match up, which is going to... I'm going to see if I can cheat it. I'm going to see if I can get Apple Bloom over without actually bringing her skeleton with her.
She doesn't need her skeleton.
Yeah, it's just...
Not where she's going.
Where is she? There she is.
He flies. It's Super Bloom.
Super Bloom.
Oof. What's that up in the sky?
Okay, here we go. So it's like, wait, you know what we need? There. He's in the way of the other guy, so. Here we go.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's super horse. She's faster than a speeding camel. More powerful than 2 geese put together.
She got to turn around.
Oof, oof. You're gonna leap tall fences in a single bound. Kinda.
She's flying.
Yeah.
That phrase never made sense. When you have somebody that can like fly.
Yeah, but there's jumping and then there's flying. Flying is like cheat jumping. He can like proper jump over a building.
He can do. Superman is like it's understandable like when somebody has kind of like OP powers, but his biggest flaw is that he's too powerful. Like that is his flaw.
It's like he finds using chopsticks incredibly difficult because he just shatters them.
The fact he can take a step on the ground and not shatter the ground makes no sense.
I'm gonna go figure out what that is. I'll be back.
Oh, it's top of the fridge. Just go there's one of the larger bottles in the back. It's just every now and then the fridge will start buzzing and it'll like move back. Apple bullet. No, the Superman is like to me a horrible superhero because he has no flaws. That's what I like. Marvel superheroes are great because they have a power, but they are usually there's something that is, I wouldn't call it their weakness, but it is something that makes them human. And Superman is.
Well, he's not human.
Well, I know he's not human, but he is just a completely something else. Like
he's always as powerful as he needs to be.
Which is kind of, and then he was the one that broke death for superheroes.
Yeah,
because he was dead, and then they're like, nope, lol, he's fine, and it's like, wait, but now now death isn't a thing anymore because you can just be like undo.
Yeah.
But
he just went into hibernation, kind of like a certain turtle we all know.
Game Theory did a thing, Film Theory did a thing on them before where they were talking about like how fast he moves is a problem because like they've shown in the movies that he can keep up with the Flash. Mm-hmm. But that's a problem because the Flash utilizes some kind of a specific thing that allows him to do the things he's doing without causing like physics to destroy themselves. But then if Superman can just go that fast anyway, he doesn't have that power, which means now he is having to battle physics, but he's ignoring it. So like they were able to like pass the Flash off by just checking a box and saying like, yep, we're gonna make some science up. But with Superman, they're just like, he's super science.
Yeah, he goes super fast.
Superman also weak to kryptonite or whatever. That is his one weakness,
But it never stops him.
Yeah, instead it always, every time they go to like have it with him, he ends up finding his some way around it. And oh darn, around kryptonite he becomes human. Like he's a normal person. That's his weakness, being a normie.
He just has to scream about his mom, and then the person stops using kryptonite on him. Making a reference to the Batman Superman movie.
So yeah, his one weakness is this one. Actually, that's the one thing I never understood. Like, he came from the planet Krypton, where it was all kryptonite, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why none of them had powers.
Yeah.
But why is it that when he's around it normally, he is debilitated?
The two things that kept his people from being super powerful on their planet was the lack of a yellow sun. His planet had a red sun.
But that's the only difference on that is the temperature.
Look, this is the lore, and the fact that his planet apparently like drained his people of power. So everybody on his planet, as a result,
because it was the planet made of kryptonite.
Yes.
Okay, but if he's near a little shard of it, mm-hmm. he's literally unable to move. Like he's like to the ground. How was the people that was surrounded with the entire planet with it? Unless his body has become so accustomed to being superpowered that it can't function as a normal person.
Very well.
He's allergic to normalcy.
Yeah,
that's his weakness.
Like not growing up on Krypton, it's he just never.
He kind of did his early years.
Oh, he was a baby. He like spent like 5 years in that pod. Had to hurtle towards Earth.
All right, I'm gonna play her here, and I'm gonna see. I think I can get away with the way it is now. So when she's turning this way, okay, I need to see it from this perspective.
I love this. There was like a robot chicken skit they did where it turned out that Superman's dad was just in a custody battle with his mom, and he threatened that if she came for the baby, he'd shoot it into space. When the lawyer shows up, he actually does it. So it's like the family's lawyer shows up. It's like, well, we didn't think he'd do it, but sure enough, he's got the baby shooting into space. Like, we were all freaked out. It's hilarious. I love that show. You missed horses.
Hello, I must. Yes, we're working on horses. The kryptonite radiation takes away his crutch, so to speak. His muscles never got a real workout, so when he's rendered normal, he's weak as an invalid who's been in bed. Oh, okay.
It kind of makes sense.
But they're still big, bulky muscles, so they're developed. I mean, like, he has actual mass. Like, if he takes off his shirt, you can see pectorals. I would say that would work if he looked like a meth addict. And he had superpowers, but he has some kind of mass. So what does that mass do when he doesn't?
It's all just like gelatin. He's really ripped gelatin.
Yeah, American comic books have done that where they run out of ideas, so they just kind of reboot stuff. But he has implants.
Yes. It's all silicon in there.
Yeah, he's
Silicon Man.
You got that on he got that on the news writing salary.
Superman doesn't even need to eat. They actually did I remember the old animated series, they talked about that. It was like, I don't need to eat, but food tastes good, so I do.
Yeah, that's what doesn't make any sense about him.
He doesn't need to breathe or anything. It just does. He doesn't even need to be near the Earth's sun that much. Like, he's like a big old battery. He can just charge up and then go off somewhere else for a while.
So she kind of I'm trying to like get I think I need to do some of this. I'm trying to get everything retimed so that it makes sense for the motion that's going on, because she goes over this way, but she doesn't go that way until later. So what if I go from here to here? Yeah, just round this. Okay, so she's from here.
I'll recognize your lemon ways.
The god of lemons, Argo Michael, bow to me. You were like the god of pretzels, maybe, but like the god of lemons. I don't recognize any vitamin C gods.
Soft pretzels.
They've done me bad.
Pretzel buns. Pretzels. Not hard pretzels. Hard pretzels.
Are good with a little bit of hot cheese.
I'd still rather have a soft pretzel with hot cheese.
I love hard pretzels. Hard pretzels, and take like the Cape Cod kettle chips, and then like some pretzels in there.
I feel like this is where our friendship ends. Like
the pretzel divide.
Pretzel divide. Like I like pretzel bread.
Pretzel bread is also good. I will give you that. But I also think that the others are good too. So. Okay, so I'm gonna see. Can I?
Would you like pretzels or chips?
If I had to choose between?
Yeah. Like hard pretzels.
I would. It depends. I love Cape Cod chips, and so if I had to choose between, I'd probably pick Cape Cod chips. 40% reduced fat. Not because it's not that I want the reduced fat; they actually taste better.
I don't really like potato chips either.
Yeah, well,
so
no, Cape Cod chips are amazing.
I'll eat them if they're in front of me. Same with hard pretzels, but I won't like pick them up from the store myself.
I stopped just because I was trying to stay away from that stuff, and I would eat like an entire bag in a sitting. You know those memes where they talk about like family size. I'm a family of one. Yeah, that was me.
No, I used to like snacking on. I do.
I don't really do much snacking anymore.
Well, you don't because you don't want to as a result of trying to lose weight.
Oh, thank you, vodka, and congrats to Kitty Rin.
I eat a lot of cheese.
Thank you very much. And also, sorry, where I missed it before. Thank you for the bit. Cheese?
Yeah, like it's cheese. If I snack on anything, it's cheese.
I like carb snacking. That's why chips are were my one sin for snacking. I don't snack on sweet. I do not snack on sweet. Salty, I will snack the shit out of salty. Another one of my sins was pico de gala and corn chips. Pico de gala is so good. I'll eat through a whole thing of that, and that's a little better than some things.
I just don't think I'm that big on crunchy anything. I used to snack on nuts quite a bit, I guess, like peanuts or almonds or something like that.
I used to do that here and there,
but I've never been big on chips or pretzels.
So I think it's Giz that got me into the Cape Cod chips.
Yeah, he likes them. He only eats like 5 things.
I know, but they're delicious. So I can understand why.
That's all you need.
Okay, so she's kind of working, but she's not alive. She's just like flopping doll. So we need to actually add something to make her alive. And that is usually just add some blinks and some changing of the mouth position. That's about it.
I don't even remember what these one nuts are like. They always come in mixed nuts. They're absolutely huge. And they always come in like when they're inside the shell. It's almost like a wedge. I can't remember what the nut is.
From
it has next
to pistachios?
No, they're huge, like this big.
Walnut. Chippendales.
That's it. Now I'm actually curious. Stomach is still fit today. Over here growling.
I think so. One of the nice things with blinks is if you like, I just liked it basically an area with the fall offs. If you just hit with 0 and then the eye closed parts, you can essentially move it wherever you want, and it will just zero out that area and allow you to test blink. That's how I always do my blinks now. So I can see how it looks. Okay, it's too long of a blink, so I can just kind of shrink it down here.
That's what they are. They're Brazilian nuts. Is what I'm thinking.
Mike likes Brazilian. Another continuity explanation was the kryptonite. Kryptonians had dormant physics, psychic kinetic abilities, and yellow sunlight provides the energy levels to make them unstable. That also sounds really stupid, though. Like it a lot of those reasonings after the fact always sound like they're just about like somebody found a loophole, so they just make up some like Deus Ex Machina reason for it to work. Superman was too OP. I don't like his flaw. His flaw is stupid. Well, his flaw isn't him. His flaw is a thing that is separate from him. Well, really, like all the Marvel heroes have a flaw in them, and that makes them personable. That but the DC universe has some of the greatest villains.
They have good villains. I think the issue with DC is that they always wanted their superheroes to be role models to the kids who are reading about them. So they tended to be morally uncompromised.
But at the same time, like, reality, it sucks.
Yeah.
So having somebody that is perfect like that is great for, like, young kids, but it kind of gives them, I guess, a false sense of reality. I mean, yeah, when you're 8, who cares about reality? You're 8. But I would find that I guess you could say that Marvel is the superheroes for adults. But then you can look at, like, is Batman a kid hero? He is marketed as such, but
I think his character changed with the animated series, the 90s Batman animated series, because before that he was very much he wasn't as dark, I guess, is the best way to put it. But he was never morally compromised either.
Yeah, but it was more of, it's like in the Batman, the Dark Knight. Like, they're doing a count of, like, how many people did Batman murder through his actions. It might not have been his fist, but he did kill people. And he just, like, kind of just forgets about it. It's like, no, not my problem.
I think they're trying to go that way more with some of the superheroes in the DC universe. Like, I think in that horrible Batman versus Superman movie, Batman points out, like, hey, you killed a lot of people fighting that guy. You need to take responsibility for that.
Well, yeah, Marvel has the whole Sokovia Accords, which is the same thing or very similar.
I mean, Marvel just has better characters with more flaws, because
they have a universe where it feels like all the characters actually kind of work together, while the Justice League feels more like unique people that they just jammed into the same thing. It just seems weird. They actually have that, and there's like the crossover, like Civil War was a crossover of so many things. Everything is intertwined. Well, it feels like with the DC, I mean, I don't know as much about the DC, but it doesn't feel as intertwined.
Yeah.
But even that gets complicated because there's been some complaints about the Eternals, which is coming out sometime this year, and they're like, well, where were they when Thanos was around?
Aren't they also just called, like, the Watchers or something different? And they have shown the Watchers before, just in passing.
I did watch the first episode of Loki, and I will say that is looking pretty good so far. I was watching a thing where they were talking about, like, why do they exist? Like, why did they make these, like, time authority? And they're like, they were just wanting to play a joke on, like, excessive bureaucracy. And, like, what if they took bureaucracy to its ultimate extreme of, like, now you control all time streams, but, like, from bureaucratic perspective. And it is pretty interesting on how they do it. Golden Age DC heroes all had a weakness. Superman had kryptonite and magic, but again, that's external. Wonder Woman's was bondage.
Kind of. Yeah, I do remember that actually being the case. DC had some weird writers, but legit, if she was tied up, she couldn't escape.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense.
What do you think it was? That's what bondage means.
Flash needed to constantly eat. No Speed Force back then. Okay, so I kind of... But even then, that's external. Like, it feels like their kryptonite or their weakness isn't a flaw in themselves. It's something else. Green Lantern was weak against wood. Yeah, so when you have weaknesses that are like Pokemon, where it's like fire versus water, like... What I like about the Marvel heroes is that like Iron Man's weakness
is alcoholism and self-hate.
Yeah, it's that he has a lot, and then after the first like Avengers movie, he has like psychological
his PTSD.
Yeah, he has PTSD, and that is a human thing. Humans get PTSD. Humans aren't weak to wood. Like stuff like that. I think it's more relatable. And or like Hulk himself is the strength, but the weakness is the human.
Well, the weakness is that he couldn't control that side of him for the longest time, and he actually tried to commit suicide, and he couldn't because the Hulk wouldn't let him.
So like those heroes have flaws, but they feel like human flaws, and that's what I like about them. Is then you're seeing him as a person, not as a god.
And that's just even Thor and Loki kind of saw themselves as gods.
Loki and all that, the first episode of Loki, he's like, I am a god, but these bureaucrats have dealt with everything throughout all the time, and they're just like, and they just like boop, and he like, your god is gone, like you have nothing here. You are nothing. But and they just make him like a person, and I love that. So.
What I loved about that is him and Loki saw themselves to such a high level that their flaw was their own egos and their self-importance.
Thor very early on got rid of that.
Yeah. To a degree.
His weakness, I feel like, was his inability to be who he needed to be. Like he knew he needed to be a leader, but he didn't really want to be a leader.
No, it wasn't.
And he ended up overcoming that.
He gave it up.
But no, he kind of did. At the end of Ragnarok, he led his people.
Yeah.
And then immediately at the beginning of the next movie, I mean, they're like, yay, we're independent. And then Thanos shows up and like, well, that was short-lived.
Yeah, and then
his whole people was destroyed.
Yeah. And then what was left, he just kind of drunk himself into a stupor for a while.
Fat Thor was amazing.
It was. Bye, Joseph.
I see you later, Joseph.
We'll eat some lemons.
Wonder Woman's creator based Wonder Woman on a combination of his wife and mistress. So it's basically he's trying to like.
I think they did.
It was a fantasy.
They did a whole movie about it on Netflix. I think I haven't watched it, but yeah. They did a movie about the creation of Wonder Woman. No, it's kind of messed up.
Do a little stretch in here.
So finding out her one weakness is being tied up is not all that surprising.
He's like, I want a big, powerful woman, but I want to be able to control her, and I like S&M.
Oh, the era those comics were written.
Yeah, I'm just kind of adding like random bits to Apple Bloom here, just to make her feel alive.
She needs a hat.
Why?
Who asked that?
She didn't have a hat here.
Applejack has a hat.
She doesn't have a hat here.
Yeah. Doesn't mean she can't have a hat in the next scene.
No, she has no hat. See,
she wants to be fancy.
She wants to be fancy.
Yeah.
She wants to be fancy.
Look, it's like her sister. Her sister's fancy. She wants to be fancy. It's probably one of my favorite lines in the whole show when Apple Bloom starts speaking French. It's like, quick, my sister's speaking fancy. You gotta do something. He's so good.
Boom. Boom doesn't wear. Boom no wear hat. It's in her contract, no hat.
No hat.
Be surprised. I wish they would give context to like why Applejack has the hat.
They did.
They did?
Kinda. They showed her father giving it to her.
Oh, okay. Then I understand why she wears that.
Yeah. Like, she has a lot of those hats, but the first one given to her was for dad.
I can remember that. So no, if that's the case, then that makes sense. All right, so it's Apple Bloom of correct brightness here. I feel like she might be too bright. So we're gonna fix that. So Apple Bloom, you just stay right there. Just stay right there. Don't move. Yeah, good Apple Bloom. Okay. Apple Bloom, this might feel a little weird.
And she looks like one of those, like, weird Funko figures. Never understood those ones.
Okay, does that match in brightness, or does she still feel a little bright?
I mean, she looked fine before, and she looks fine now. So.
Well, because before it was this.
Okay, that was too bright.
Yeah.
So, you look fine the way you had it, you know.
Yeah, so I dumbed it down by 10%. I feel like I'm gonna match her hair on that then too. Oh, that needs to be color. It's not a phase, Mom. Jeez. Okay, so that balances, and now we'll go to tail and do the same. Let's make sure that we're all on the same page. So by adding color is basically about like changing the hue of things, but a color of 111 is your base color. So with 000 being black, so technically I can just decrease all three of the numbers equally slightly and just dim things, and it comes in handy. The only one I cannot do that for is the eyes. The textures of the eyes, like the actual whites, do not use a normal texture. They use a separate type of texture, and because of that, they do not have a color property. So eyes are the one thing. I had a video once where I had to make it really, really bright, and I could dim down all the actual body textures to be of a normal value, but the eyes I couldn't, and so I had to do some other weird crap to get the eyes to actually work right. I can't remember what I did, but it ended up being that the eyes are so bright that they were just blinding white. I think I had to turn off bloom, not this bloom, but like the camera bloom, because if you turn up a light enough, it's going to cause like a little edge glow. And you can go into here though and turn off the bloom so that you don't get this effect, because the eyes were so bright that they were essentially doing, like, I guess you could say like kind of like this. Oh, do a little bit more.
Hi, sunset.
All right, see you later, sunset. They would do like this, where they were just like blinding white around these edges, and it just didn't look right.
May the dirt be with you. Yes.
The dirt be with you, and also with you.
And also with dirt.
Okay, so horse has been added, so we can go here. We can do 0. Actually, this one isn't fully done, but I can mark it as such. I do need to do one thing here. Get rid of this text. This will require lens. Do the render. That's the goggles on. I thought there's another one. So this one is also going to need that. So let me grab. These are my notes to ensure that I like remember this stuff. The rendering of this video is going to suck. I am not looking forward to it. Um, they seem still too, like, if you see how bright they are and then how bright they are here, I feel like that might be too bright still, but
I think it's probably all right.
I can play with it a little bit in post. This also just doesn't feel like it's sunny enough.
Well, you did take away the sun. You had the sun like blaring when you first made this scene.
That better?
It's pretty much the same.
No, just up a little bit. Even here, I've actually increased the light brightness of the tractor itself.
Frosty, did you just make a GAC reference in 2021?
GAC?
Yeah.
No.
GAC.
No, step on the gas. That's the Eurobeat song. That's the whole meme this is based
The
on.
Eurobeat song?
Gas, gonna step on the gas.
I've never heard this song.
Michael's memes stop at 1983.
Hey, hip kids, you know peanut butter jelly time? Peanut butter jelly time. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like the new hip thing. Peanut butter jelly in a baseball bat. Heck yeah.
No, it's Initial D. Like, this whole video is based on the Initial D.
Who's Initial D?
It's an anime.
It is?
Yes. Do you know the Eurobeat? Do you know what the meme this is all based on?
Like, Deja Vu?
The Deja Vu meme. Deja Vu is a song from Initial D. Gas is also from Initial D and is one of the other songs that is used from that.
I believe you. No, I know I'm hip to all the memes. Nooba. All your bases.
Yeah, it's this one.
Yeah.
But if I remember right, wasn't Manuel, or wasn't the person that did some of these songs a cover name for somebody else?
If you're asking, you're in trouble.
No, because maybe it was somebody. Okay, because there was why did Manuel put Eurobeat? Like, we need to update your meme knowledge. Okay, this is Michael's limitation on memes.
It's memes.
This is all he knows.
I know that's a rage face. That's also a face.
You know what this one's called?
No.
You don't know what that one's called?
No.
Okay, does anybody know in chat what this face is called? Like, the actual meme face?
He looks like he needs to poop.
Because it doesn't actually say it here.
Pooping.
Cool.
Thank you, Kel-chan, for the sub. I appreciate it. Yes, Kel-chan said it with the sub too. Thank you very much. It's Me Gusta face.
Not a word.
You don't know? It's because you're saying Spanish isn't language?
Okay, fair.
No, it's the Me Gusta face. See, Kel-chan is like our age, so that kind of makes sense. But no, that was the Me Gusta face. How do you not know Me Gusta?
I've seen it. I didn't know what the name of it was.
Do you know what that means?
Again, he looked like he's like constipated. Like original and fake. Like, is there I like?
I mean,
That's the I like face? How's that an I like face?
because he likes it a lot. Me gusta. See, these are the classic memes of our time. This is the pinnacle of meme.
All right.
What is white is miserable and my days are ruined. Thanks, Michael. How do you not know me, Gusta? Okay, so
Look.
wait. What was the memes before this?
Like all your bases. That's my favorite.
Do you know these?
Oh yeah, I've seen them. But I don't know any particular one. I think they're just like.
Yeah, I can't remember any specifics for it.
Do the Nooba Nooba guy.
That's like
Star Wars kid.
you're like talking literal 90s memes. Yeah, Michael is just a robot that had like his brain locked into the 90s and can't move past it.
Does anybody else remember Kazaa?
I used Kazaa. I actually got in trouble at high school because I worked at the high school as a webmaster, and so I would bring my laptop and I would download torrents off Kazaa on the school internet.
Yeah.
But my computer's name was Stinker, and then my boss came to me asking about a computer showing downloading of torrents off of a username or a computer name of Stinker, and I'm like, I have no idea who that is. I stopped after that, which is probably just an admission of guilt when it just drops off the network.
No, even when I was a kid, I got caught using Kazaa, but my internet service provider. But I just told the internet service provider I didn't know what it was, and I just said maybe somebody logged into our Wi-Fi, and we did not have Wi-Fi. So
How do you even know what Wi-Fi was?
what? I was hip to electronics.
Were you going to say hip?
Yeah, I said hip.
You're aging yourself even saying hip.
I have hips. It makes me hip.
That is aging you even more.
Look, Square. I know what it is to be cool. Oh, I know that one. You use it to hurt me. I like Music Band. Those turkeys. Narwhal swimming in the ocean. I do know Badger. 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 Mushroom. It's a decent picture of me.
So I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it on here. So we're gonna. It's a meme, or that is a emoji on the Discord. Yeah,
Of course it is.
you know that?
No.
It's right here.
Oh, wonderful.
It's Michael. It says Michael Sass, but it says Michael's ass.
It does. Michael's ass. These are the memes of this generation. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. I only know that because somebody turned it into a pony thing. I have heard that. I don't believe it. Somebody's saying I look like Michael or Adam Savage from Mythbusters.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. I just don't believe it.
I could see like an. Well, actually, if you look at it earlier, Mike Savage, he actually was kind of. I think he went bald or shaved most of his hair.
Mm-hmm. Feel like Bob Horsey time.
This is very important, though.
Nonsense. Well, chat seems to approve. Like, have to make it darker. It fits.
I'll do this.
There you go. Hmm. You're just making me look so much cooler. That's all. Man, I never had a skateboard as a kid. I had a banana board. Are those still a thing? You know what a banana board was?
Banana board?
Yeah. Like other kids had skateboards. I had a banana board. And I tried. I tried for the longest time to learn to ride that thing. But it was a death trap.
Thank you for the follow, Fox. Intense Fox. Intenso Fox. Okay, so we'll do a little darker.
I haven't thought about that thing in years.
So actually, I probably don't want to balance that at all. I think I just want to go a little darker. Do a little right there. Okay. And then we go across here.
It is not a banana on the wheels. It was basically a thin version of a skateboard. And I don't think it really caught on much. My parents got it at a yard sale. And like, we got you a skateboard. But it wasn't a skateboard. It's like some weird amalgamation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they died off too. But I did have one as a kid. And I did attempt to ride it quite often.
Okay. I think the saturation is just a little high, and then I think we're good. Okay, I think, yeah, if I drop the saturation, and then we just increase that a little bit right there. There we go. That's pretty good. Oh, look. If anything, actually,
I could fit into high school, right? You can tell.
what we need to do is we need to add just a little hint of green. Because like if you look at the hand with the background, all the lights that are reflecting onto it create a slight green hue across everything. So I'm not looking to make it green, but about adding just that slight hue. I think actually just like that.
Yeah.
See? Look at that. Pro.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Except for it's a little bit cut on the edges here, so we're gonna soften this. Okay.
You're working way too hard on this.
Okay, there we go. We have finished it.
You know, one day they're gonna come to me and they're like, we've collected all of his belongings. He had like 500 pictures of you on his computer. We were concerned.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it in memes. I can feel a high quality meme coming. You knew where I was going with it. Okay, so it's Michael is a kid child.
I am hip
There you
and
go.
cool. I could blend into any high school.
Still is legit meme. Okay.
Steve Buscemi was perfect for that.
Yes, it was. because he looks as old as possible.
He's
The
not.
only thing that would have been like better is maybe like, or not better, but like Christopher Walken could have worked.
Yes.
Or what was that lady that played like the master in Doctor Strange?
Are you talking about Doctor Who?
No, Doctor Strange.
The Master?
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange. Oh.
See, again,
I know who you're talking about.
He's trying to think. He's like going back to the 1970s for television.
I can't wait till that show get to be in color any day now.
It was in color back in the 70s, I'm pretty sure.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
I was considering going and like actually watching all the older ones, but then I pretty quickly decided that that was not a good idea.
Well, a bunch of the original episodes for the first couple seasons are lost.
They have recovered some, but there's still
Some
quite
of
a few that are lost.
There's a huge reward out for anybody who can recover any of the missing ones. Like the BBC has a huge. If you have this,
But it's
lots of money.
yeah, because I'm right now watching Breaking Bad, and that is already like 5 something seasons to watch, and then there's Better Call Saul after that. So that's already a ton of content, and then but that's like 30 seasons. I don't think I could watch 1960s and 70s television that long. If somebody could make an abridged version of it, sure.
It's kind of my understanding that it didn't get really all that watchable until like season 4.
I can't use this. I need to get rid of that.
Then they lost a bunch of the first few seasons. So.
Yeah, well, I think that was because they weren't in the mindset back then that saving television shows actually mattered.
Mm-hmm. They just re-recorded over them.
Yeah, like why would we need to keep this? And then they're like, but wait, movies at home. Oh, crap.
Yeah, it was film's expensive.
Well, no, it depends because some stuff was shot on film, some was shot on tape. And when tape was invented, it was much, much cheaper. But the problem was they could no longer scale it up. Because film, you can when it comes out in 4K, they can use the original film and scale it to 4K and actually get the quality. They did that with Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Deep Space Nine was filmed on film. So when they went to go release a higher def version of it, they went back to the original and they pulled it. Problem was all the ship parts were shot on tape, which means that whenever it goes from the film to the 3D parts, it's all crappy looking in comparison because it was shot and recorded and kept on tape, while the others were recorded and kept on film. So when they want to do a remaster, if say they want to do a super high def of like Deep Space Nine, they'd have to go and redo all the 3D effects if they wanted to actually make a good remake, which is it's interesting. I watched the whole thing on like film and tape and the differences between them and why some you can watch a 1980s remake of something and it looks like it was made in the last couple of years, and it wasn't. It was just it was filmed on film.
Filmed on film.
It's good quality film. You can get 4K quality video out of it, so it's nice. Dave Baker's Run is worth watching. Yeah, I'm not going to say that they're bad. All the original Doctor Who's, you don't survive that long as a series without being a fantastic series. It's just what I'm looking for in a series. It isn't going to fit that now, and I wouldn't be able to see myself maintaining interest that long.
I think if you're going to watch any old British TV series, Red Dwarf is pretty good. I have watched quite a bit of that.
Cool.
Thank you, Artisan. Always fun to watch this event video in the making. Cheers, everyone. Well, thank you very much. Actually, speaking of such, a quick off topic. I was working on stuff today. I wasn't working on this at all. I'm trying to get the Rathwell's Beach video done. I want to get something on YouTube, and because I haven't done anything for a bit, so I want to try to get that one done and out. Though I have to double check because I think there is some other Rathwell's content. Are you gonna grab another drink?
I was thinking about it.
Well, no, you're not thinking about it anymore. You give me one, but there's on the fridge. There's a small Canadian Club apple. Use that instead. No, so I was working on that earlier today. I didn't do any animating, but I learned some stuff with lighting when working on this video. And so I decided to redo some of the lighting there to match up, and it does look better. I got Rathian animated. Like I said, I'd do some animation. But yeah, I want to try to get something out. But I need to double check, because I was originally doing compilations, and I'm not going to do that anymore for Athos content. And I think I still have some Rathalos content that is older stuff that I have not put on YouTube yet, so I need to look into that. Yeah, the compilations, I was doing that originally for a monetization perspective. Very short videos like that don't work out very well, but I also need to think about it from the aspect of actually like getting stuff released. So for that reason, I'm gonna probably just get it out there. Okay, so this should be the last grass for right here. Just that's all I need for that. So that fills in the gap of everything nearby. I don't care like that there's gap right here. It's going to be blurred. It's mainly about making sure the color matched. So I got to run to the vet. Doggo needs a checkup. Well, hope your doggo is fine. And also get Doggo pet for me. And see you later. Thank you very much for the bit and the gift sub. Appreciate it very much. Type derp. Can't where? I'm gonna type right here. Derp. There you go. It's probably delayed. It used to be like Twitch used to have a delay, even on low latency mode of, oh god, it would be what would the delay be on that? It used to be like 30 seconds sometimes. Now it's like 3 to 4 seconds. It's so much nicer. Where'd grass go? Oh, that's the speed lines. I don't want that. Grass. So I need to fill in this little gap right here. So these hills are the one thing I'm unsure of how to handle. Kind of worked before because I didn't really have them visible, but now they are. And I think I might just leave like the actual side of the hill empty and just worry about the top, but I can't even really see the top either. Oh, there's still a blank right here. It's after working on animation stuff like this that I have I've gained an appreciation for like movies where they have giant cities and whatever. You can kind of copy paste some of the buildings to a degree, but for the most part, somebody's putting all that there. Like if you want to make it look natural, it's a manual thing, or somebody has to build an entire system to automate it for that purpose or that like specific purpose. I guess movies have big money though, so it kind of makes sense. Ooh, somebody wants us to be famous. I don't know why I even bother banning those. I guess it makes me feel better because like you're never going to see that name in here again. They'll just make a new account. Unless everybody eats up the E Smith with 4 or 6 numbers after it. So what do we got here? So there's this little part right here. I'll probably just do a little bit more of the grass there and then I'll move on. I probably will start working on the tractor itself, like here, getting some of the angles in. I'll make sure the grass here works. Like here, these little dark patches that you can see, usually because it's not clipping the ground. And so I need to put it down a little bit just to make sure that it gets down far enough. But I will have to fill up the grass. I wish I could actually put a road like there and like, because it would be kind of funny if she's trying to go down or she's trying to follow a road, but every time she does, she just keeps missing it and keeps weaving past it. But I can't make a road A role like that would probably be dirt, and I can't do something like that. I can kind of do stone. I've done something like that before, but even then, I don't think it would work. Bad mod. Well, I caught that one pretty quick. So no worries. That's why I usually keep the screen up so I can jump on it. You should totally buy followers for my channel that I never stream. No, a follower count doesn't mean anything. YouTube could potentially, but YouTube also clears out bot accounts anyway. But all that is a number. If it's not going to increase how many people actually go to something, and if you're not getting interaction, YouTube can tell that stuff. So, and when you know it's fake, it just kind of like, then what does it mean? If everything you built is fake and you know it is, then is it really something you can appreciate? All right, so let's get her driving on the land here. So how should I do this? I kind of want to have her weaving. So we're gonna double check that everything's locked together. Steering wheel, Applejack, yes. I'm just kind of curious what happens if I click those link. No. Could you click the link? Yeah, I mean, it's a link, but the problem is it's not about becoming famous. It's about like clicking it and it leading somewhere that runs a script that you don't want to have on your computer.
It would take us on a magical adventure that he won't let us have. We could be famous.
We could. You can be famous.
I want to be famous. I want to wear the big sunglasses and the big shoes.
Wasn't it a Nickelback song? You're essentially just like quoting.
Really?
Yeah.
They got big pointy shoes in the Nickelback song? Because I want like the Aladdin shoes. Or actually,
yeah, here we go. I'm through standing in line to clubs I'll never get in. I'm like, bottom, I'm never gonna win. I'll need a credit card that's got no limit and a big black jet with a bedroom in it. I'm gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet. I want a new tour bus full of old guitars. My old star on how they look.
We could have all that if you clicked that link.
Yes. If only we just would embrace the Nickelback.
I mean, forget the old guitars. I couldn't learn to play it if it saved my life. But we could fill it with horses. It'd be pretty cool.
Mike, steal Argus computer, transfer all the SMFLs to your computer, and replace every pony with Derpy.
I make my own channels and stuff that.
Yeah, but people that wouldn't actually bring anywhere though, because I've had a bunch of channels like I can't pull it up because of the stuff that comes up with it, but I have literally, I think YouTube has a copyright button that you can go to, and what it does is it
copyright me?
No, it has a copyright button. If you go there, it tries to find on YouTube people that had taken your content and uploaded it as well. And it will give you like a thing of saying, hey, just so you know, there's this thing looks like yours. And it will say like, it's 10% of the content or 50% or 90%, or even up to 100% if it's a 100% upload, which means that from beginning to end, it's exactly the same. Only on the video side, the music could be different, but the video is the same. And I have went through and I think I've cleared out 250 or 300 of those entries, where it's either stating that it's a difference on the video, they changed something, I can't do anything about it because of fair use, or it is a direct upload and I've sent in a takedown notice. I still have 300 more to go. And that is only including the ones that have been caught. I have found plenty that YouTube hasn't caught. So that means that there's hundreds upon hundreds of re-uploads, and the vast majority are just 1 or 2 views each. Putting up good content doesn't mean views. It is so you can copy paste somebody else's content. It's about putting out consistent content
and clicking that link.
Don't click the famous link.
Famous.
Maybe the real fame you get is becoming known as the guy who fell for the fame scam. But then it worked.
Yeah. So it's not a scam for it.
No, don't do that. There's a lot of people that click those links, and
Yeah.
you're not gonna. You're gonna be famous for being stupid, and that's what people also want to see. But then you're just gonna get like negative comments the whole time, and people always say like ignore the negative comments, ignore the negative comments. Any creator that I've ever seen that has been told that will always say it doesn't work that way. I just watched a podcast where they were talking about that, and they had said like, that doesn't work that way. You can try to ignore it, but it does linger. There's been plenty that are. You can't just ignore it. Ashley H was one that she was going to take a break because of some negative comments that she was getting on trying to diversify our content a little bit, and it was like very negative stuff that was getting personal. So,
but if you guys want to go on his channel and like type into all of his videos, not enough derpy, that is a valid criticism.
Was it Tom Spiegel?
The spike.
With Spike?
Not enough spike.
No, not enough spike. It was if there was no spike, or if you did use spike, it had to be in a correct manner.
Yeah, you couldn't have used spike. Very, very.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna lower this so to be about level with the ground, right here. And so this is going in a forward line, and that's fine. And I can't use any more than what is already here for audio. Like, I can't extend this anymore because it is going in time with the song. I want to have it end on the beat. Well, like, could I?
There's a song?
If only you had headphones.
Nah, I tried that. I didn't like it. Turns out hearing the same music or words over and over and over and over again just drives you slowly into madness.
Thank you
and then
for
you're
just
taking it out on your roommate.
Hey, I brought out Forbidden Derpy.
You did. I want to bring Forbidden Derpy.
But you have to touch Forbidden Derpy then.
You attacked me earlier.
She did attack her earlier. You can grab her. No, I was watching Breaking Bad just before stream and eating dinner, and so he sat down, but he sat down right behind Forbidden Derpy, and Forbidden Derpy fell on him, and so he was attacked. This is Forbidden Derpy.
She's forbidden.
Stupid face.
No, she's not got a stupid face.
This is Forbidden Derpy.
She's forbidden.
That word.
Cute. She's adorable, yes.
You can have Chubb. He's so Chubb.
He is Chubb. I love this Derpy. Got her.
He's made by the same person that does the hanging ones.
Yeah, I have the hanging one upstairs.
Derpy?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it forbidden? It's called forbidden because I had that one. I have most of my pony stuff in the closet because I just don't use my bedroom enough, so it's all just jammed in there. And I have a couple little shelves, and I just had Derpy watching I have a little safe thing. And so she was always just sitting right by it or on top of it. And if you look in through my door, through my bedroom, through my closet, you can just see her at this little like sliver. And so it's Forbidden Derpy because she was out of reach. And so he could never touch.
I would walk by and he'd keep his door open all the time. And I would look in there and I'd see the Derpy, but it was in his room. So it was the Derpy I couldn't touch. Fuck. Now she can abuse this person. She's adorable and she can get away with it. Okay, I'll go put you back on the couch. She's adorable.
What are you gonna do on her head?
Her head.
You got her dirty.
I just touched her.
I know.
How did I get her dirty?
You interacted with her. There was a forbiddenness, and you wronged it. Prediction are right. Sipping cool. What a cool dude. He totally knows what me gusta. No, there's no poop. That is the forbiddenness. She's gonna. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get the light. There's a lighter right behind there. If you could just like light her up. No, she can't now. She's dirty. stupid face. Look at your stupid face. And Michael acquired Forbidden Derpy. We'll play Derp Heist Bribery. I put it down on the couch after one of the streams when he brought up Forbidden Derpy. And so he comes down the stairs and then he looks over and goes, Praise Derpy. That's the United 3,000 in order to make Michael in charge. So you need the majority. When is Michael's love for Derpy started? I have no idea. Probably since when she existed. Will be a stupid face. Like, you know what? We're gonna do the one that. Yeah, that one has socks too.
Yeah. Of course. I'm mean to this chair today.
The arms with the socks on it make it look like it's a crustacean that's like, yeah.
Empty deck. When is Michael's love for Derpy started? Before I was born, I sensed a horse existed in the future. Why is there a dragon?
Stupid face.
So well, reason for dragons is stupid face.
And a separate texture.
Oh. Or Lyra, she's been decapitated.
Happens.
You don't have a button in her, Harrison.
You stabbed her in the head.
It's in her hair. It was the accessory. No. Did you change the color of her head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that color matched up almost too well.
I'm still a little bit. No, that's the color it was at. This needs to be a bit more washed out. Because if I go to 0 on this, it's probably just going to make it greener. Oh, more washed out would be like this direction. And it's still a little bit too blue.
Yes, I imagine Bonbon would not be happy about this. Like, hey, Bonbon, I'm a dragon now. Grr. Like, no.
Okay.
Whatever you want. Sure. That song from Lady and the Tramp and this a piece of spaghetti. She's like very happy. I'm reminded of that one comic where Lyra got rid of all of her bones so she could drink the bone heart juice. My favorites. I forget who makes those. It was like Jargon, I think his name was. They're concentrating. Later, Kel-chan.
All right, see you later, Kel-chan. There we go.
He's like, you little shit.
Hey, Lyra! Hey,
I don't even know.
Don't. So I call a dragon now. Mama, okay. I have hands now.
They've been. Wait. Bon, you see, they've been married for like 3 days, and she's already pulling this.
Yeah, and then Bon looks. He's just like. You're just stupid horse. Why'd you do this? Why you make pact with devil? Sexy, isn't it? Divorce.
That was a short-lived marriage.
Okay, I'm gonna go find another dragon. We're gonna have more hybrids.
This is sad. I'm sad now.
And then
They're a good couple. They're cute, and they both noses.
then Bon's like, psh, and then
Tell Smuck walk away. No, this is the saddest story ever.
okay, is this better? She's like, take me, dragon thing.
I mean, at least they're together still. I mean,
But it really was that she's ready to take out the enemy, and it's like you're the bad dragon thing. I've seen Full Metal Alchemist. This is not how it goes.
No punch.
A punch. Okay. Instead, she kick.
That's a very well animated kick.
Hey, I am.
Double. No.
Then she uses her patented like four hoof technique. Round.
No. It's like watching the animes. All the cool new hip animes like Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball Z.
See, she got. Here, I'll show you. This is the ultimate hoof technique. Here we go. She's like.
No.
Here it comes. It's also what Sonic the Hedgehog looks when he's running.
It's so violent.
But she is like Speed Puncher. She's the fastest hoof in the west and the east.
And like the Midwest.
Look at that go. She's going so fast that even she can't keep up with it. She has no ideas what's going on. I don't know where my legs are. Apparently one is in my head.
I think she's murdered herself.
Is that her foot?
Yes, her
Why
foot.
is that one down there?
Her foot has gone through her head.
I just realized that I had that like grabbed wrong, but it's fine.
I feel like she's doing most of the damage to herself. Like, this is not an effective fighting strategy.
It works pretty good to me.
Sure.
Because
It's like,
Limber looks over like this is getting weird. I'm getting out of here.
Limber?
It's Limber.
Limber. It's just like, I am no longer Lyra. I am Sean. Sean the dragon.
We know this bond. There we go. There we go. Eyes. That's that round one too. Gotta do this one. Okay, well, this one should work there. I think. Hello. My name is.
Dramatic effect.
Sean. Do you like Sean?
Who doesn't like Sean?
And then does the like. There's like that like thing where they kind of like lean on their. Well, I gotta hide the grass. They kind of like lean on their leg. She's like.
He's trying to punch herself. Because everyone knows cool people do this.
Yes, he's. There she goes. Let's see. Hey, bad boy. Do you want to please Sean?
Call 1-800-SEAN.
What? That's only 5 numbers. It depends. How are we spelling Sean? Schwan.
With a U.
Oh no, this keeps the wrong one. Well, it's fine. We got Sean.
Call 1-800-SHANE because I couldn't fit Sean.
Shane.
Yes. Call 1-800-SHANE if you want to speak to Sean.
Spelled the same.
Yes.
Lyra's still alive. How many points did she pump into endurance? See this being part of the Argo Zone stream highlights. That's actually why the stupid faces, or one of the reasons the stupid faces existed, because I knew that
my stupid face wasn't enough.
I wanted to eventually start doing the highlight stuff, and we were going to pull from the beginning of the year, so it was when I started doing the points thing, so that I would make sure that there was consistent content. Because that was one of the problems when I was going through some of the old videos, is I was doing more work and less goofy stuff, and
what
so
a travesty.
Yeah, so I wanted to try to mix up and have it forced in there a little bit more. So the stupid faces help out with that, really. Did you want to give a dragony? No. It's always fun to like take something that like makes no sense. It's just a combination of weird things into one amalgamation of like flesh, and then say like, "Am I sexy?" Because then it's like, no.
Love me. And the answer is no.
Quiet, horse.
It's fine.
Nobody's asking your opinion about your sexy.
Well, as soon as she became a dragon, nobody cared. Because who likes dragons?
Okay. So
Nobody.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep her going forward like this, because trying to figure out, like, I can do this in two ways for having her kind of like weave her way through, and it's either have it like keyframed all the way through, or to take that direction and then just manipulate that. And I find that to be way easier. If I try to like keyframe stuff, then I need to know like how fast is she going, how long is she going to skid for. That gets difficult to do, and normally from this angle you're not going to tell a difference anyway. So instead I'm just going to cheat it, and I'm going to say like she's going to come in, let's just say at an angle here, and so I'm going to select like a time from here to, let's say, here.
There's a texture there.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like you have a missing texture in there.
Well, actually, I need to have her first come from a separate direction. So she's going to come from this way. So you can see right now when I do this, it's actually bending her line. So you can see this is her history line. And I'm actually, if I start turning this, it's going to bend it. If I change transform to offset, then it won't. But I want it to do that right now. So I'm going to have it bend it. But now you can see she's going to come from the side of the camera. Well, what if I don't? What if I have her come from this way and come into that area? I'm going to bend this back a little bit more. I'm going to have her actually go up the hill a little bit. So I will play with this a bit more. You can see by playing with these fall offs, it's actually changing a little bit. So I'm actually going to, for now, just keep it as a flat line. So she'll come from... Oh, actually, I needed to have that be from before. So she's coming from a little bit too far off camera. If I move this in, does that make it better or makes it worse? So I'm just going to bring this in. Yeah, that's good. Yep, now she's coming in. Now, I'm going to have her go up this hill. So I'm going to drag it a little bit this way. Too far at the beginning. Let's try it like this. And I want to try to see if I can... And I can retime this a little bit as I go. But I want to basically do kind of like this. And I don't mind that it's going really too fast because I kind of want that too. Like she's kind of going faster or something as time goes. So she's going to go up there. And I'm going to have her kind of slow down. That's why I like having this fall off, stay at the top there. Then I'm going to have her swing back this way. And we're going to have her go this way a bit.
Well,
okay,
it's working out pretty good.
So she's not churned, but like I showed you, I can separate the turnings. That's the point of this is. So now I'm going to start...
Is Apple on there?
Hmm?
Apple's not on there yet.
Nope, but I don't need her on here yet.
Okay.
I wouldn't know how to manipulate her anyway, so there's no real point in it.
I just know it was easier doing that earlier.
Plus, my case on Michael and Adam Savage are twins separated at birth in the meme section of Discord. I'll check it out a little later. All right, so in here, for right now, let's turn off the deja vu lines.
Deja vu.
Turn off just the lighting in general because I can see her separated. Actually, I'm just going to turn off grass too. So she's going to come in here. Let's get rid of those other particles. I basically want to just have her. That's all I care about right now. So she's going to come in, and she's kind of coming in and riding at an angle. I don't like that. So let's go back here. So all of her motion right now, this main motion, is done on the root transform. But there's a separate one here, which is the joint. Now this is where I'm going to start playing with the actual motion of the actual tractor to fit, because now I'm separating the motion physical positioning from the rotation. So now that kind of feels okay. I'm only going to worry right now about ensuring that whatever the direction she's going matches. So here, about at this point, she should be churned to go this way. A little quicker. Okay, so she's fine. I'm gonna definitely have her skidding around some of these corners, but right now I'm doing it in steps. I want to get the normal motion, and then I'll go add some of the skid motion afterwards. And then here I need to have her back into normal position this way. This would be a standard churn. I don't mind if she goes a little too far, like her back wheel is sliding a little out on the edge, but that's fine. She's going super fast. And
turbo mode on that tractor.
And then for this, I need to have her churned this way a little bit. Okay. Okay, so she's kind of doing the thing. Now step 2 is I'm going to go back to my root, and I might have to redo this slightly when I'm later, but I want to make sure I get most of my... I want to get most of my height right, and I think I am going to do it somewhat right here. So here, I'm going to say... So she pops up on a screen the first time right here. I need to make sure that every interaction she has is correct with the ground. So I'm going to do everything I can to the root, frame by frame, to ensure that whatever she is doing is correct. So in this case, I actually have to lift her up and turn her a bit. Oh, let me turn off the offset here. And churn her a little bit.
You know, something you just said reminded me of something. A discussion I had at work today. Well, you know how you have like a different parts of the same building, and it's called a suite? A suite? Like suite A, suite B? Like I always see that's the thing. I've always said suit.
No, it's sweet.
It's suit.
No. Suit is the same word, but without the E.
I've always heard it said suit. Like, I always called it a suite if it was in a hotel.
No, it's the same thing. Why would it be pronounced different?
I always, when it came to, like, a business, it was always suit A, suit B,
No,
or
it's
suit
suite.
1, and suit
It's
2.
no different. They're the same thing.
I know the same thing. It's pronunciation.
Yeah, but they're
different.
pronounced the same. Why would they be pronounced different?
I've always said suit.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
But you just said, okay, what's the lower part of a plant? Part of the plant that's underground?
The root?
The root?
The root.
The root.
We're in Minnesota now. You can say, okay, root, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or this R-O-O-T.
Yeah. Root.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's this coming in?
What do you mean?
Where is this coming into your...
Oh, I'm just talking like the way people pronounce different things. Like the same word pronounced differently.
Yeah. Like hot dish being the correct pronunciation of casserole.
No, it's casserole. I think the other thing I learned at work, nobody around here says supper. They say
We
dinner.
tend to... yeah, we'll use dinner more often than we'll use supper.
Mm-hmm. But you just kept saying root. I'm like, no, he says it like that.
It's root.
It's root.
It's the only... I may say root when I'm doing at work for root cause, because that root cause doesn't... But that one is different.
As opposed to sweet and soot, depending on if it's a hotel or a business.
But I'm still talking about the same word. You're like implying other meaning.
No, it's the same meaning. It's just I always said suit for like it's like I've heard soot more than
No, soot is S-O-O-T.
No, it's suit. Like you go to your suit.
No.
Or whatever. Or suit A, suit B in a business.
Sweet.
Said sweet.
I don't care what they said. They're wrong.
Do we need to click this button for you, Michael?
No. It's
A set of rooms designated for one person's or family's use for any particular purpose.
Yeah, and it says suit.
One person or family. One person.
Yeah.
It's
It's
that's still
the pronun-
reception rooms.
But the pronunciation is suit.
No.
Like before
Sweet.
anything else.
Sweet.
They're pronouncing it wrong.
Sweet.
The internet is pronouncing it wrong. Typing
Sweet
cat-
is sometimes confused with suit. It says it right.
No, it isn't confused. It's not a confusion.
Michael's confused. Crown and crayon again.
That's the
yeah.
thing. No.
It's getting into that territory. It's okay.
Talk about
Some
rooms like
Michael
some
wouldn't
kind
be
of confectionery.
Michael wouldn't be Michael if he wasn't wrong. So
Wow. I think we're gonna get to the root of this issue.
So this might seem like kind of mundane and like, why the hell am I going through the effort of adjusting it frame by frame? But frames are the only thing that actually matter. So as long as your frames are correct, your video is correct. So in this case, because things are going up and down and moving around all the time, I'm just doing frames, but I am blending it with the previous because if you don't, it can like lead to some weird visual like motion blur issues. So it's better just do it right. And I am going to have to play around with it a little bit more in the second part. But
Great.
this will give us like here, suddenly the hill changed and now I'm going down. Michael wouldn't be Michael if Michael wasn't wrong. Good, that's a good quote.
No.
No, it's been immortalized. And because I said it, it's true.
I think the one that brought it up, and I'm like, the UPS guy came today, and he was like, "Oh, I said we're in suit B. They're in suit A." He's like, "Oh, sweet." I was just like, I paused. I was like, "Why did he say sweet?" Or no,
Did Draft make fun of you?
He did.
Good old
Because I
Draft.
brought it up as a draft, and he's like, "No, it's."
Why'd you bring it up to Draft? You knew he'd make fun of you for
Because I
it.
wanted to see if it was just like, if it was just that UPS guy, or if everybody was wrong.
You call it, is it UPS or is it
UPS?
like
UPS.
Fred X?
Fred X. God, yes, Fred X. It sounds like a
FeedX.
FeedX. I always get my mail from FeedX.
I don't know if it's you anymore.
Legit confused me, that UPS guy. I was like, what's sweet?
I feel like Michael speaks, and you have to use quotations, English. He invented his own language.
The proper pronunciation is suit, and you there's
Why-
a lot
how-
of people who are wrong.
How is it that you are saying it's the proper pronunciation only because you thought that's how it was supposed to be pronounced?
Because that is how it is pronounced.
No, who is teaching you that? Where did you
Life.
learn that life?
Life taught me. Life always finds a way. Jeff Goldblum said so.
I get all my history and my news
Jeff
from
Goldblum.
Jurassic Park.
Yes. Absolutely.
I was reading a thing where they, I think it was posted in our chat where somebody was at a party and Jeff Goldblum was there, and they were introduced to him, and Jeff Goldblum goes, "By God, it's you! That's you!" And he thought the guy felt really, really special because he was thinking like, "Oh, Goldblum actually knows who I am." But then he realized afterwards that he said that to everybody. Everybody that was introduced to, he said that to, and it's like, I love Goldblum because he's just, everybody is unique and special, and he makes them feel special. And,
He is a
He is a gem. Him and Ragnarok was like a surprise that I didn't know I needed.
Because they told him just go be
Goldblum.
Go be your Goldblumiest self.
Your Goldblumiest self?
Yes. It's chock full of that Goldblumness. It's packed in there.
Goldblumness.
Yes. He's a unique.
We here at Pepperidge Farms pride ourselves on 100% Goldbluminous.
He just got Jeff Goldblum talking to all the cookies going down the line. He's just like, the thing is, we're all like in this cosmos together, and and we're all unique and special in our own way.
Have you seen some of the commercials that Ryan Reynolds has made for Aviation Gin? Because on his YouTube, he bought like the Aviation Gin. He has owns Mint Mobile, but he has Aviation Gin, and he just makes his own commercials on his YouTube channel, and they get millions of views. But the one of them, he was talking about like their process, and he's like, all our workers start in a field in meditation for 4 hours, and then with one little small scooter ride, and they're all electric scooters riding down this field, but then at the end he's like, and then a priest comes out and blesses the gin, and then they go and put it out, and like it has Sarah McLachlan singing to the it's so freaking weird. But that's what it kind of reminds me of.
I mean, one of his Mint Mobile commercials is the only thing I've seen Rick Moranis in forever.
Oh, yeah. But they make fun of the fact that he hasn't been in anything forever.
Yeah. He fell off the map. For good reason. Yeah, but...
No, he made a tough but correct decision. So, and if he's happy, he's happy. He's probably been making good money since then, just on royalties and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen much of his movies pop up. Well, no, he was in Ghostbusters too, right?
Ghostbusters. Oh yeah, I Shrunk the Kids was pretty big. Spaceballs. Like there is.
He was Spaceballs too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be some good money.
Yeah,
he was so fun in Spaceballs.
I'm sure. Little Shop of Horrors. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie. I haven't seen much of that one over time though.
Yeah,
it's a classic. It's a great movie, but it's not like some of the Spaceballs and stuff where it's played on TV or anything.
Like he dropped out of the height of his career.
But that's a good time to leave too.
He was riding high. Yeah, I mean you don't want to end up. For all we know, he could have ended up like Pauly Shore. Yeah.
No, I think he made it. He did what he wanted to do, and he kept doing it.
Yeah.
One of the ones I thought was interesting was I think we brought it up in here once before, but the kid from Willy Wonka, he did that movie, and then he went. He wanted to be a veterinarian, so he went to college and he became a veterinarian. He never had an acting career. That was his one movie and nothing since. And because of how the contracts worked back then, he basically gets nothing in royalties. He gets like a couple dollars every quarter.
Yeah.
But he went and did what he wanted to do, and I think that is super cool.
To be fair though, like in the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the focus really wasn't on Charlie that much. Charlie was along for the ride.
They have to have a central character that everything kind of follows, and you can't really make Wonka that character because he has to have a mystery behind him.
Yeah.
So the kid was.
I would say Grandpa Joe was a bigger character than Charlie was throughout a lot of the film.
His character made no sense to me. Oh, I'm bedridden. I can't go anywhere. Wait, we're gonna go to a factory. Woohoo!
He was just full of crap.
He was full of crap.
He didn't want to do nothing. He was happy to just like eat cabbage and smoke away what little money, because that was like part of it.
Like if you replace smoking with drinking, that sounds like your like ideal life. Just eat cabbage
and lie in bed
and drink
and just drink. Because like the part of the film where his Grandpa Joe bought a candy bar and he's like, I got a candy bar.
Where did he get the money for the candy bar?
It was his tobacco money.
Why was he getting tobacco money?
Yeah, that's what I'm bringing up. Like, the family's struggling just to feed themselves. And they're giving Grandpa Joe, who can't get out of bed, money for tobacco. And I'm just like, and this guy can clearly walk and dance and sing, but he just doesn't want to get out of bed. He is an awful human being.
Yeah, he might be, but if you had the choice to just sit in bed and not do anything...
When everybody's like starving?
Have you ever seen the show Just Shoot Me?
Yeah.
Do you ever see the one where I forgot his name, but they had the one guy in there he was pretending that he had a mental disability?
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole time he's always like gold coin or green coin, and it meant give me $1.
Mm-hmm.
But then so he was pretending so he could just live at home with his parents, and then he went to one of the offices and they like broken a hole in the wall and they found one of those tubes like at the bank where you put something in and it sucks it down. And they were trying. The one guy that was there was the manager, was trying to figure out how it worked, and he kept coming up with all these reasons. And like the guy that had the mental disability keeps going, vacuum. It's vacuum. But this person kept coming up with the stupidest things, and eventually he screams and goes, "Shut the hell up! It's a vacuum! It's a vacuum!" And like everybody just looks at him and goes, "Chicken pot pie?" And then everybody realizes he's been bullcrapping the whole time, and then he ends up ending it by like hurting himself again, like tripping and falling and hurting his head, and then going back to being mentally disabled.
It's horrible.
I forgot the name of the guy.
Person.
It was Bob Odenkirk and this other guy that did Mr. Show. I forgot his name.
Yeah, every time you talk about that guy, all I think is that the Mr. Show guy.
Yeah. But he also did some of the voices for like Halo.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of the
Cross.
David Cross, yes, that was it. No, he did a lot of the voices for Halo, actually.
Really?
Yeah, a ton of them, all the way through a lot of the series for the soldiers, like the ones wandering around. Yeah, I love Mr. Show. Was a absolutely fantastic show, I guess. I love some of the comedy in there. It was good skit comedy. Bob Odenkirk had kind of I don't know if he had a gap in his career, but then like he had Better Call Saul, or playing Saul in Breaking Bad. Then he went and did the spinoff with him as the main character, and now he went to his agent. He's like, I want to be in an action movie.
That's a jump.
And they thought that the people in the industry were going to make fun of him, but no, everybody's like, okay. And so they actually have an action movie that's coming out, or is already just came out, where it's kind of like an ex-assassin type thing. But they were saying like, well, we need you to beef up, and he goes, no, I'm playing this as a guy that's retired and is just a dad, so I'm going to keep a dad bod. And so he's doing all these actions without a super ripped body. He's just a standard setup, and it's kind of interesting and gives a different take on it.
Very few actors who can play any kind of movie. The only one that comes off the top of my head is Tom Hanks. Like, he can be in anything and be amazing.
Tom Cruise, he might not be the greatest of people, but as an actor...
Could he do comedy? I don't see him doing comedy is the thing.
Okay, yeah, maybe not comedy, but as an actor, Tom Cruise is fantastic.
Yeah, sure. In like action films.
Yeah, well, not just action. Well, his action films are great because he does all his own stunts for some reason.
I could see him doing a romance.
Well, yeah, he did Top Gun.
Yeah, well,
the love between a man and his plane, wasn't that?
Yes.
And didn't he love geese or something too?
I don't know. Goose. You think of goose?
Oh, singular. Okay.
Geese, yes. A flock of geese. He fell in love with.
Tropic Thunder, if you count that. Was he in Tropic Thunder?
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, he was the manager. Yeah, I would count that. And he was actually pretty good in that. Okay.
I think he could do it. He just hasn't done much of it.
He was good in Tropic Thunder. I will give you that. I haven't seen that movie in a while, but yeah, he did all right in that. I don't know that Robin Williams ever did an action film, but I feel like
Robin Williams.
I feel like he could, but I don't think he ever.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's action scenes, but nothing that I would consider to be an action film.
Jumanji's the closest I can think of.
Yeah,
and that really wasn't an action film.
I was watching some random movie clips online recently, and Vin Diesel did a movie, I think last year, called Bloodshot.
Mm-hmm.
Never even heard of the frickin' movie. Some of the cinematography is way over the top, and as you can tell, it's CG. I think it flopped. It didn't look like an actually good movie. It's like where he's like killed, but then he's rebuilt as like a nano person. Like, it's really weird. Some of the visual effects are neat, and some of the cinematography is like way more than was actually needed. But I never even knew that movie existed. I guess I'm not really out there looking for movies to watch like that, but
yeah,
still.
I hate to say it, but the only movies I really get around to watch anymore are Marvel films.
Yeah, actually, it's been
Stuff.
I've been trying to catch up on old ones that are good. Like that's why I'm watching Breaking Bad now. I watched a lot of the Disney ones that were up there.
I do want us to all watch Brain Dead together once we get enough people in a room.
Let's see how this looks now that this is done. Okay, so
Good.
it looks like she's following the surface.
She needs to come up off the ground at one point or another.
I know it's phased approach.
I want it done now.
No, I have to do like what would be if gravity didn't exist. Now I have to do it of okay, now she's going fast and she's taking a corner too fast, so she's going to slide. And then it's the approach of now if I add gravity, what would it be?
Many flocks of moosin. I know that right. Moosin in the boxin in the forest and Simpson.
I kind of well, she's just stiff horse.
He's like, woo.
Meow,
Some really good traction on that tractor.
I almost wish that she would have went further to the right. But I think that it's fine. Because if I would have tried to have her go too much further to the right here, she would have hit this hill and then kept going past it. And then it would have been a mess. Because she would have just went, meow.
You can just have her bouncing around. Because ultimately she needs to be heading towards the town, right?
All right, now let's grab this here, and we're gonna say, so she's coming around here, and so she's gonna start churning here. So we're gonna say like, I'm just gonna grab some area, and we're gonna say that during that time, she is going to be turning like this. And now it's about just finding the time that she would be doing that. Okay, a little bit earlier. I feel like that actually does maybe a little earlier. And a little bit quicker of a start. Okay. I think that maybe quicker start. Yeah, I think that looks good, right? Okay, and now the same thing here. I'm gonna grab some period. We're going to, I had to grab the green one. So if I grab the blue one, it's going to rotate it based on whatever axis I'm looking at the time. The green one is going to ensure that it's just left and right. So I'm going to turn it back this way, a certain amount. And a little bit more, a little slower to exit. Okay, she needs to go faster into this one. I wanted to have her go straight a little longer. Maybe just have her turn more.
So it all goes back to that horses can't drive. Never should. Wonder if they're gonna have cars in G5. I hope not. But it wouldn't surprise me at this point. Because they're horses. Horses can run.
Okay, I think that should work.
Fly.
Yeah, Applejack.
Teleport.
Hooking on to the gutter system and doing a quick churn. No. There would be too much. There would be too much going on. You wouldn't be able to see some of that stuff. And I don't want to do too much of her doing her ride around stuff, because like having her hook onto that, you would have to really slow things down for you even notice that that was going on, and that would get away from like the fast-paced music. It would have to slow down or something. So because everything is tied to the music right now. If I slow it down, it's going to be for part of a joke. But and so this is all focusing on her, having her be the joke of everything. Then afterwards, having her pop up as a joke, but as like the butt of the joke, and only the butt of the joke. Are the wheels spinning this whole time?
Appear to be.
I guess I could just select the wheels. Yeah, they're spinning the whole time.
Just imagining a blooper already being here where she just spins out right at that turn and just goes over the hillside
And then swamp.
explodes.
All right, so now
Can't remember which one it was, and I know I bring this up too much, but there was some old point-and-click adventure game. It might have been actually a LucasArts game, where if you held a certain combinations of buttons down because there was like a scene where you go up a mountain road, and your character would turn. But if you held a certain combination of buttons down, it would have an Easter egg where the character would just like casually careen off the cliff and explode. It was the weirdest. I think it might have been Gabriel Knight, actually.
So I want to have her turned up. I feel like doing so might throw it off a little bit. Can I turn her up a bit more? No, because it... Oh, I think that could work. Does that look like it works?
Hmm.
And what I can do too is...
Like here, I kind of want her to come up off the right wheel a little bit.
Oh, okay, I see. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like...
Like she's about ready to tip over, but then she goes straight again.
Well, thank you, Joe. Welcome.
I flipped a lot of tractors growing up.
How you doing, Joe? Life treating you well? So I think you're talking about like...
Yeah, kind of. Like where she starts to like come up off one side.
Probably keep it going a little longer here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, probably go like it drops. So like this.
Yeah, I like that. It's a lot.
Is good? That's good.
It's good. Yes, hey Joe, haven't heard from you in a while. Make sure to like all those bats we post for you. We do it for you.
Actually, I forgot. We need to speak.
Hmm?
We need to speak his language.
Understands.
Well, actually, no. Wait. On.
Hmm. Oh no, that's aggressive.
There we go. There.
That's attacks. It's attacking.
No.
Or they're super happy. I'm not sure.
There we go.
E.
You understand?
Found all the mangoes.
32 pages of E. E. What? E.
No, no. Too many mangoes.
Oh, okay.
You broke it. You broke the internet. It's broke now.
I'm on page 1887.
Holy crap. The fact that you were able to actually just make that many pages that quick.
Because I copied 30 pages and then pasted. Is there enough E? Bless. May take a little bit. No. No, there's not enough E.
E.
All right, so the other thing with this tractor is, so this part right here where she zooms and then gets to the next part, so from here to here, we're going to speed this up a little bit. Let's see if we can round this. Oh, wait, no, I did this wrong. I shouldn't have done it like this. I should do it like... probably like this. Nah, still not going to. You can't really retime things to like to be smooth on timing unless you really start like going into an area like this and like squash a little bit, then grab a little less. It doesn't really work very well. Well, it's E to the E times E on the calculator. Well, E is 2.71828. You know what that number that is?
No.
Do you know what E is?
Energy.
No. Logarithmic E. Yes, it is.
It was equal to...
No, what does E equal? There. See? 2.71828. Is logarithmic E.
What is that representing?
Well, it's the natural number. Euler's number is an important mathematical concept. When used as a base in a logarithmic, the corresponding logarithm is called a natural logarithm. Use it in logs. That's how you build a house. Because it has logs.
I want everybody to know that I aced applied physics and I have no idea what he's talking about. Because it was 15 years ago.
Yeah, well, back when you were doing physics, they were probably still bloodletting.
We chiseled all of our equations into stone.
Okay, good you admit it.
Yes.
Alright, let's put some of our other stuff in here and see how this is looking.
We mastered subtraction. It was pretty revolutionary back in the day.
I invented addition!
You know that little dash?
Yeah, I can see you like... You had like a pile of like 2 apples, another pile of 2 apples, and you slid them together, and you're like, oh.
There was a crowd around, like, they're all freaking out.
No, they're just
Then you take an apple away, and they're like, it was all revolutionary back then. We used a stick for the subtraction sign. That's where it came from, and 2 sticks for pop.
Joe said, in with the E's, they are good bets. They are good bets.
That's what it was.
Joe's a big fan of the bat pawns.
Like, we had 2 sticks for addition, and then we took one of the sticks away, and we're like, it's less now. That's subtraction.
I'm liking how this is turning out.
Yes. She goes
The funny thing is, if you really look at this hill that she's going up right here, up the sideways, is essentially the same one she does here. Or no, it's the one here. Technically the exact same hill. This one to this one.
Oh, yeah. But no,
but with things separated, it's hard to tell.
Trees are different, the grass is different.
Yeah. People don't notice this type of stuff. How Jack first found out about math. Look at her. This is math. She's hitting hyper speed.
The only math the Apple family ever needed to know was more. It's like, is this more? It looks like more. That is better. We get more stuff.
So I'm wondering if it even matters me putting too much time into. Okay, some of these, yes, I can see the detail here, but when she's going so fast here that she's just going to be looking like right here. This is her look.
She looks like the orange blur.
The orange blur returns.
Oh no!
Hide your children. Hide your apples.
You better hide your children, because that thing targets children.
It did
as a target.
What do you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's not much fun without the audio.
What you say?
My favorite part of this whole thing, though.
No, you have to turn on the one thing.
Did I keep that?
Yeah, you just hit it, didn't you? Aw. I'm like sad now.
What did I keep?
Oh, you kept the blood. I guess not.
Oh,
Well, there it is.
it doesn't work.
Aw.
Even if I turn the lights on, it's not going to work because. Well, okay, the blood on him, yes, that works. No, the blood doesn't work on the ground because this isn't the right map.
No. Well, at least the child is still sprayed in blood.
It's okay. The trauma's still there.
Yeah, he's gonna be washing that out.
Rumble was spared. You should put shockwave boost. No, there is a little bit of
I think some people are seeing that for the first time.
Oh, okay. For those that haven't actually seen what the hell we're doing here, I guess I can like maybe play it. So
I think they were more worried about the blood.
There's a lot of weird crap. Like if we go through here, like anytime you see a group that's called "What the fuck," it's because something weird is happening. Like in this one.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a bad person. I almost forgot.
Where is? Oh, she's in there.
Yeah, she's in there.
We buried her. That was what it was.
And set her on fire.
Yeah, then we set her on fire. But then there's also Apple Horse.
Things are hiding everywhere.
And then in this shot, we have Frank Sinatra. That is actually because that's my wallpaper.
Oh, I thought it crashed.
No. I think, is she still like, moving?
Yep.
She's still going.
Go boom.
And then in this one, what's in this one? Oh yeah, we murdered Derpy. And there's Juice.
There's Juice. She's so sad. There's a lot of derpy abuse in the hidden throughout your videos. It's upsetting.
I think it's the barn. Yeah, so this is the one that I made the GIF out of. No. This one. This one's still visible.
It's all the way over here, whatever it is. That just appears to be the actor.
Applejack this tractor.
Yeah. Oh no!
Derby and
More
Nails.
derpy abuse.
No.
This is the third one. I'm counting.
It's controlling the wrong button.
You see why Derpy needs to take over and just like
There she goes.
hurt other horse.
He's fine. I probably should turn that off.
Probably.
Leave it on for render. This one doesn't have any. What is this one?
I don't know.
Oh.
More. Oh, that.
The Derpy House.
Yes, the Derby House.
I could muffin.
She become house. He's like, ponies cook muffins in house. If I become house, they will make muffins in me. That sound logical.
What's this one? Yeah.
The heck? I wasn't here for this. This is new to me.
Look at him go!
No.
Then there's also
Another Scoots.
no, this is Chicken Scoots.
It's very happy.
She's flying. Got rockets. But my favorite is still this.
Just.
Yeah, you weren't there for that one.
It was not. It must have been elsewhere.
You were in Kentucky. There's a cheese sandwich with the Beastmaster. He is quite the beast.
Oh my.
Okay. So, back to this here. So.
I'm gonna try to get him to keep the blood in for the final render, but we'll see.
No. Though I had, I posted in the Discord, but I had fireworks, the video that I made a while back, was forced by YouTube to be for kids as of today, which means it disables
Wait.
comments, limits monetization, all that.
It forced to be for kids. Their ponies die in that video.
So it was through a manual review. So it means that somebody had physically said that, which I know it didn't. They had a filtered system that somebody then just looked at and said, cartoon characters. Boop. And so I was like, So I put into dispute stating that 90% of people that have watched it are between the ages of 18 and 45. And that there is a dead horse in the background of one. There is one on fire, and it links to and references a video that makes jokes on drugs, death, memes, like adult content. This is from Anthology 7. That in the description I said, if YouTube wishes to, upon its recommendation, point children in the direction of drug violence and adult-rated content, that is fine with me. Took 5 minutes and I was peeled, and they put it back.
Oof.
So my guess is what it is that COPA requires that they actually police the system. So they basically just do a random check for anything that looks like a cartoon, something, because they don't want to do the work, and say, "Hey, this is cartoon. This is not right." And so then you just say appeal. And put like drugs in the description of the appeal, and they're just like, okay, rescinded.
Yeah, Copa seems like a little.
So it seems, I don't think YouTube doesn't want it either.
No.
So they're doing the bare minimum work to pass COPA. So when I appealed, there is no way that an appeal would take 5 minutes to a process. No. The most I can think of is because I put drug and adult content in the description that they just auto-approved it. Mm-hmm. They don't care. They don't care about COPA, but they're required to show they're doing something, so they're doing something.
Right.
That's my second appeal I've made, and both have been within minutes. You know what? Argo should get 1 million subs on his channel. He deserved that. Yep, I just had to make content to get there. So
I just want one sub, and I want there to be mayonnaise on it.
no, it's I need to make more content to do that. Most of the channels that get to like 1 million or something are channels that are putting out weekly stuff. I'm doing like monthly, if that. So that it's really hard to grow a channel when you're putting out content less often. The only way I would ever, I think, hit 1 million is if it was my full-time job. There's no way I could put the time into it that would be necessary to get it there without me putting way more time into it than I actually have
But
available.
what would you really rather have? 100 new subs, Or a spicy Italian.
Sandwich?
Yeah. It's a better sub.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, well, what kind of spicy Italian are you talking? Kids like
100 spicy Italians.
on a sandwich.
Yeah.
No, it's well, what would I do with a sandwich?
You'd eat it. That's what you do with a sandwich. You're gonna marry the sandwich?
Sounds like the guy that like had like the bit, like what is it, like $17 million worth of Bitcoin today's standards, and he bought a pizza for it with it like 10 years ago.
Oof.
It was the first purchase ever made with Bitcoin, so that's why it's always referenced.
Or have they got a really good pizza?
All right,
He
so
wants the sub, by the way. Like he just doesn't want you guys to know.
if it has plenty is for kids, I don't think it's that. They don't do a manual check. They're going through tags, and the tags had tags on it that were of child-based content. But the idea, it's not pony, it's cartoon. And the stigma is that if it's cartoon, it's made for kids. That's how things are seen. But then you have
Old
things like
people
Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, and some of the newer cartoons coming out that are definitely not kids related content. But I want to know if Hell of a Boss or any of those episodes have ever been tagged for kids.
Speaking of
It'd be hilarious.
speaking of cartoons being for kids and that mentality of them being for kids, have you ever heard of a fast food restaurant called Rax? They were everywhere before like the 90s, but they're almost extinct now. There's only a few left, I think, in like Ohio. And they had a cartoon character called Mr. Delicious. And that was their. Have you ever heard of this?
He was barely a cartoon character. It was not a cartoon character that I would say was ever actually looking like it was meant for kids.
No,
You couldn't even think, but you wouldn't look at it and think it was meant for kids.
No, but like the comments that the character made.
That's what it was.
The comments the character made was like, now I know what you're thinking. Cartoons are for little kids who wet themselves. And like, dude, that was just the weirdest mascot.
So I went and copied Applejack's animation for when she was sideways, and I'm just gonna like kind of slide it in there when she starts going sideways here.
You're Edward.
I was not alive before the 90s.
I'd be young.
Yes, stop making us feel old. You're doing a good job of it, but
I wasn't alive before the 1800s.
oh, that actually I was unsure of. But thanks for the clarification. Come on. Oh, it was. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so I need to probably do it a little bit like this.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe I should just tell people I'm older than I actually am. That way they're like, wow, you look pretty good for 58. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, I guess it was. If you were told me you were 19, you're gonna be like, boo.
Yeah.
You look like a drunk.
My favorite running jokes on The Simpsons is the Mole Man. He's this super haggard, like, old dude who looks like he's in his, like, 70s or 80s or even the 90s. And he's like, I'm 35 years old. It's just, like, legit. He's just, like, 35 and life has just been cruel to him. It's one of my favorite jokes. Oh man, I'm getting there.
God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you guys feel old. Oh no, don't worry
How
about
dare
it.
you? Dare you? I was feeling young and spry this morning, and now, just I'm done.
No, the part of getting older is that, like, really, if you're getting older is nothing you can prevent or stop. So if all you can think about is, God damn it, I'm getting older, all you're looking forward to is years and years of depression. No, I'm good. Like, doesn't bother me. Plus, getting older isn't a bad thing. Like, actually, I find my 30s have been some of the better years of my life. I like compared to my being in my 20s. My 20s were a lot rougher. Trying to figure out where you're going and what and everything, and you're trying to you feel like you need to do something right now, and then when you get into your 30s, you stop giving a shit, and you just kind of like, oh, no, it's gonna be like this forever. Well, you know what? I'm good.
I kind of want to go back to being like 5 years old, but with the like all the knowledge I have now, so that I can just go back to kindergarten and just kind of like relax for a while. And just be like, just eat those school cafeteria lunches and just do like simple math. And just not give a crap.
That would be boring as hell.
I could play like Nintendo and stuff after I finish my homework, which would take like 2 minutes.
But Derpy wouldn't exist.
I could make derbies.
No, you couldn't, because she doesn't exist.
I can draw a derby.
No, because now you're cheating.
I already know about derby. I can make.
I know, but now you're like, but then I can go back and then like when Google pops up, I can just buy their stock. And
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna
and
be rich.
So then you're not talking about simplicity.
I don't even have to go into the past. I can just like be like stay in this time, but just be 5 again.
Well, who's gonna take care of you?
You.
No, dude, you are gonna be so quickly in a ditch.
You're gonna throw a child into a ditch?
You're not a child.
Monster, are
You're
you?
gonna be balding at the age of 5.
It's like my teeth are falling out, but it's because the big boy teeth haven't come in yet.
It's because of the meth.
Is that 5-year-old on meth? And it's like, yeah.
Like, I would help that kid, but damn, that's an ugly kid.
An ugly child. I'll give you that. I honestly feel like I have a better face now than I did when I was 20. Because you've seen that picture of me from my like first days of college, and it doesn't look like me. And it's a very much a baby face, and it's not a good baby face. It's like a grown man with a baby's head on his shoulders.
Yeah, so you just want to be. So you don't want to be a baby. You just want to be like aged a baby because you already are one.
Yeah.
Oh, little baby Michael. Little baby Michael.
It would be irritating not to be able to reach things on high shelves. That much would be true.
Opening the pickle jar. What if you want a cookie and they say no?
I'm gonna get a cookie.
No, you don't get a cookie. Or you
You
get
don't steal a cookie.
no. That's not how this works.
And I'm not.
I want adult privileges and benefits, but not doing any adult
I
thing.
stole cookies when I was a kid too. So,
Well, yeah, and then look how you ended up.
yeah. Filled with cookies. That's how I ended up.
I can see.
Yes. That's something nice. That's what retirement is. Just like sitting
Yep.
around eating cookies.
It's you get to stop doing everything when
Everything's
you have no
not working.
energy to do anything.
Right? That's where the phrase youth is wasted on the young. Because it's like, yay, I finally have everything, but let's go on an adventure after I take a nap and lie down for a minute and
Take your medications.
Take my medications. Oh, it's almost 6:30. Time to go to bed.
Oh, Jeopardy's on.
Jeopardy's pretty good though. I haven't watched Jeopardy since Trebek passed away, but I did used to enjoy it. Am I getting old? Should I be concerned?
I think you've been old since you came out of the womb at the age of 24.
Man, I did grow up watching all those old people shows like Price is Right and Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. Like, I watched a lot of that growing up. Because we had one TV and that's what my parents watched, is really what it came down to. I saw a lot of One Life to Live as a kid. Soap operas.
Anytime I had to stay home because I was sick, it was always soap operas or Remington Steele or Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, it was all shows meant for retirees, is why. That's what played at this time of days. It's not that the bad television came on when during normal people's work hours. It's that the television that old people really like to watch came on during everybody else's work hours because they were sitting in the retirement home watching Murder, She Wrote.
Watch soaps. When
My
your
dad watched soaps.
because your dad just was going through whatever was on the television.
No, he was dedicated to One Life to Live. He watched every episode, and if he couldn't be home to watch it, he recorded it. Like, he was super into One Life to Live. I never got it, but it was his thing.
All right, now we're going to do our grass animation. So we have here grass, and I need to figure out which grass we're running over. So the ones that are built to be run over are along this path right now. But that's not quite the path we take. So that is fine though. All right, so I need to pull that grass out though. I'm gonna do that. So she is on this grass. If I were to pull this away, does it make sense?
Did you just make it invisible?
No, because she's got to run over it first. Okay, so this one. And then she keeps going. And now it looks like this one? Okay, so that one does kind of make sense, actually. So we're going to pull that one out. And I think this one, so this is where it's going to get a little messy because I need to figure out, like, what can I get rid of? What can I move? So these two I'm going to move over more so that this this one being hidden covers more area. So that should be fine as it is. This one. Thank you for the follow, Rosa. Let's see here. So hide this one. So now this tractor is going over this spot. This grass does not work there. So we're going to grab all three of these. I'm going to move them over up a little bit. That does leave a gap. I think before we built this the other way, and so it's a little easier. This time we're doing it the other direction, so I had to fill in the gaps as we move things around. So that's going to be the standard grass. All right, so now that one works. There is another one. Is it this one? Oh, Anyway, that grass has to go. Okay, so this grass is going to be one. Well, all right, so that grass will be gone. But now I got to fill in the gap for some of this other grass. I have to run it over.
You got to plant the grass so you can destroy it.
Well, now I can actually place it how I need, so I'm just pretty much right where it is. It's going to actually be that way for a bit of the grass here, because some of these, like this one, I could probably get away with that one, though. And this one, which will be right here. That's going to be in here too.
That is what this is now. That's right. We're
Grass planting simulator. Well, this isn't just placing the grass. This is actually like mathing out our path. So now I'm saying that the tractor is going to go through here. And now, where else is it going? It's going over here. And so this grass? Is that grass? No, that's already the grass I'm getting rid of. You should not be visible. Okay. So this one. What is this one? What is this grass? I might have to get rid of some of this without where she's going. Because this one is covering an area that isn't really needed. It should just be right here. And then that would fall into this group, which is our first group of runover grass. But this pot of grass, I'm gonna have to get rid of. I originally did those big patches because it's just easier. But the bigger it is, the harder it is to manipulate into position. So let's get this over here. I think these should be the ones I want to use. I need to turn on this so I'm not doubling up.
Just V-dub on your chat. I feel like they're messing with me now.
What did we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't mess with you guys.
Mess with me. You very much would.
Well, if you see somebody that looks like Michael and you're like, wow, they're pretty good looking, it's probably Savage.
Mm-hmm. If you see a picture of Adam Savage and he's crying to himself while eating ice cream, then that might be me. So, the more you know.
When was that taken?
It's a meme, right? The more you know meme?
Well, yeah, the more you know, sure, but like, when were you sad eating ice cream?
Whenever I eat ice cream.
Whenever you eat ice cream?
Yeah.
Why is it every time you eat ice cream?
Because I'm always sad. But sometimes I'm also eating ice cream.
If you only ever ate ice cream and nothing, what if you never stopped eating ice cream?
Oh, I'd be so gassy. That would not be good for
But
anybody.
you'd be happy.
I wouldn't be happy. Nobody would be happy, not within like a 3-mile radius.
Yeah, and this house is within 3 miles, so.
It is. That's why there's no ice cream here.
I am floating a little bit back here. I think because I did the turning of the wheels and I probably lifted it up a little bit, but I can fix that. Go through frame by frame, just the same as I did before. But it's not going to really change how we're interacting right now, so we're just going to keep going with it. I see a picture of Adam Savage. He's crying to himself while eating ice cream. That might be me. See, he's accepting who he is. Oh, there we go. There's another one we got to get rid of.
There's a lot of those big ones. It was a good idea before you decided to start like deleting them.
Well, because that was everything that's right now visible was put there because it's saving time. And now there's a difference in purpose. And so to fill in that purpose, I'm now having to redo some stuff.
One of your quotes was bad.
Sex-based terms. Yes, boning has been allowed. I don't know if I quite like that. What I don't like about like those when you allow terms like that is
forever.
Is certain words have double meanings.
Yeah.
And then that's where it gets a little bit weird.
It could be like hand boning, which is like when you did like the knee slaps. Like
that's a Kentucky thing.
You need like the spoons. You gotta play the spoons along with it. You never played the spoons?
No, because I grew up with toys.
Spoons can be toys.
That's what she said.
You like take 2 spoons and you go and clack them together and you keep a rhythm. Play the spoons. Look at the camera and go, no. I saw you. I grew up with toys from the 80s. Me too. Back in the 80s.
Oh god, I think I have another one here.
Yep.
Nope, not that one. This one.
Oof. That was a good one.
Can't even see this one technically, but I want to fill it in because it's when you're going. Some of this stuff is like, yeah, it's not 100% visible, but if I were to ignore it and I decide to update the camera at some point, it's going to be an absolute biatch to try to get to actually work. So it's better just to deal with it right now.
That one's concerning.
People love being stabbed. Well, yeah, they do. I can't remember what that one was said. That was Valheim? No, that was Art. Okay, that was a while ago, too.
So that was just like you sitting next to me being like, people love to be stabbed, don't they, Mike? And and I ate some ice cream.
Does solve all of nature's woes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there's that kind of patch without the tractor there. Okay, I can see a patch missing grass right through there. Okay, so that patch does need to be filled.
I've never had the wrong kind of conversation. Never happened.
Michael is a very pleasant individual with very pleasant thoughts.
Yeah, only
He's never had a bad fucking thought.
They all make me smile. Like I think when I explain my sense of humor to someone, I always use the clown analogy, where it's just a clown who has a bunch of pies, and he trips.
Yeah, Argo's own video had that.
Yeah. Like, that's my sense of humor. It's just like, ha 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 ha. He's
It's
not
called
moving.
dark humor.
Yes. I have a affinity for dark humor. I love dark humor.
Okay, so now, where's this grass? That is this grass. It's the one at the bottom. Wait, this one? Yeah. So now that one's gone. Now this grass. Damn it!
You just used the big grass everywhere, didn't you?
I used it down the middle because at this point I think she churned before then. Oh no, she was going straight, and I don't think it was visible. But now it kind of is. So
Use the big grass. I find myself doing surprising amount of damage to my...
I'm still doing a surprising amount of damage to his damage. Well, that was Valheim, okay.
That's good. It's like, that was just a casually in the stream.
Sometimes there's casual ass conversations.
Yep. Casual ass conversations.
Your body is coming, please don't clip that. Yep, and whenever you say that...
Wait, we had strange sexual tension together. I do not remember saying that.
That was art, so that was during an SFM stream.
No.
Hey, that doesn't lie. A lot of those say they're from May. Okay, that one from art though, that one should be correct. Some of them, when I went through to fix them, it changed the dates. It didn't really help that. Okay, so this grass is going to go away.
My naked body is coming. Please don't clip that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Damn it. Right here. These are all fairly flat land, so I can fill it in pretty quick. And it's at a sharp angle. The grass does not look very good if it's not at a sharp angle.
Oh, I don't remember saying these things.
Oh,
My masochism has made all food legitimately okay. It's a good thing. Keeps variety.
Variety is the spice of life, right?
I've had
As well as salt and pepper.
I have had down in Kentucky, I don't know if it's a thing up here. KFC's used to sell fried chicken livers. Was that ever a thing here? They're not very good.
No, they do not sell fried chicken livers here because we enjoy flavor.
Well, no, there's a lot of flavor. Mostly chicken livers are used as like fishing bait. But they were selling them in KFC for a while. And I mean, they would just deep fry them.
Okay, I'm just going to leave that as it is. We're going to go keep moving forward. Anything with the blue flowers is where I know the problem is. Because the blue flowers are the only ones that have that larger grass section.
Because they're having fun with the quotes.
Put my hand on it and then I rub it and then it makes me feel better. I love how you give context.
Nope, no context. You don't get
It's
that.
about regenerative armor. Yep. The whole fun part about quotes to me is the lack of context. Like, why was that said? And then when it's months later and I can't even remember why it was said. God, everybody's doing it. It's nothing but rat flesh and blood. It's dinner time, boys.
Oof. Oh yeah, you got like the actual date that you're putting on the quotes.
The quote comes with it, but it's a little. Some of them aren't quite accurate because anytime I update them, I think that it updates that date too.
Well, is it updating it for see, I see that one that says 19/5, 2021, and that to me is how it's done over in England.
No,
Like
that's
they
how,
do the date, then the month, then the year.
which is how it should be done.
Yeah.
Because the American date system is stupid when it comes to that.
Yeah, we
crap.
do a lot of weird things.
That's why I use ISO date formatting at work, which is 2 numbers, 3 letters, and 4 numbers. So your date, 3 letters of the month, and then the 4-digit year, all smashed together. That's an ISO format that because if you're writing on paperwork, 5/5 or like 5/4/2020, an auditor is going to go like, okay, is it May 4th or is it April 5th?
Yeah.
And you never want to have the difficulty.
Well, that's the thing I have with my job is if I'm writing something for our systems in the US, I put the date in like we would for the US. But if I'm sending something to Italy, I have to do it the way they would do it. So yeah, it's confusing.
When it comes to quality system stuff, there should be no ambiguity. You should be able to look at it and immediately know what it is that it should be, and if there is any ambiguity, you're gonna get write-ups and stuff. So
Yeah, but that's what I see happening there, because if you swap the 5 and the 19, the date and the actual date are only a few days off each other.
all the streams, when I maintain them in my own files, I do it year, month, a day. Because if you don't, it doesn't sort them correctly.
Right.
So I've been always storing content like that over years in the correct format.
I don't remember saying I don't think you can put poop on a pancake, because of course.
Oh yeah, you
can
did.
put poop on a pancake. I mean, it won't be very good.
Anything you want on a pancake, it's just whether or not you're going to put it in your mouth.
Like, can a pancake be a topping for another pancake, or is that just another pancake, or is it a pancake with a pancake on it? Well, it's a pancake with pancake on it.
You would have to say, at any point, can a pancake be a topping?
Can it be a topping for another pancake?
But at any point, not just at any point, would you consider a pancake in any situation a topping. Just by itself.
If I crumbled a pancake and put it on like top of ice cream, then yes.
But then is it still a pancake?
Yeah. Like you cut up.
You crumpled it
pancake
up. You changed its
Like
form.
my mommy always cut up my pancakes when I was a kid.
She removed the crust.
Yes, the crust of the pancake. I never got that. People who remove crust from bread.
Some people don't like burnt flavors, so I can kind of understand.
I think the crust is the best part.
Yeah, well, it depends on the bread. There's certain types of bread that I'm not a fan of the crust, the flavor of it, but most of the times I do. You just start pooping on the carpet, I can't promise.
It does sound like something that's really hard to promise.
Okay, so I don't mind a little bit of the grass, like kind of floating around here. Like right here, there's a little patch still kind of right here. That's fine. Actually, I can probably move it just a little bit.
Those are called cow patties, blood. My mom used to throw them at me.
Okay, so we mostly have a path now. I'm not going to worry about doing any animation for this today because it's... Well, I can kind of do some. So it's basically just within like 2 frames, having it go from being above ground to being below ground. That's really all it is. And now about just adjusting all of these to be within time. So, where does the first grass get hit? Right here. So this is when it first gets hit, and oh, this is all out of order now. Okay, I need to get this in order. So this is first, second. Okay, these are out of order. Oops. I know that one is in order. Okay, so they all are in order. Okay. So then as she's going, actually, you know what? I'm going to grab all of these. I'm going to go to the end of it. So she runs over this grass, and then she hits this grass. So this is going to be this one. So where does this one need to be to get crushed? We'll just say that's good. Now, this one. Okay. Now this one. And this one. It's fine. This one. This one will probably go a little later. Right, yeah, she's definitely flying. Something a little later. She will not fly in the final.
Will not fly? Shouldn't she be flying a little bit on that turn?
It's not like she is right now. She is 100% flying. One earlier. Should be fine there.
Oh yeah, I'll perform soon.
I'm trying to get all the logistics figured out here, Michael. You're just like, get more horse.
You can probably like finish this video like before the end of the stream.
Nope.
I wouldn't want you to anyways, because I've been bummed the last couple days.
Nope. It's gonna take still a little bit.
Like, you think 30 minutes?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be done in about the whole video's done in about 30 minutes. Yeah.
Ooh. You have like Porky Pig at the end. Goodbye.
So by setting up the everything in the correct order, now I'm able to do this pretty quick because I already have everything prepped. It's in the right order. It's just about going down the list. And after this point, she flies. Okay. So now...
Source filmmaker speed run, yes.
I used to do 30-minute challenges, animate as fast as possible in 30 minutes to make something.
Kind of do that with
the request streams. I just haven't. Yeah, the Stupid Face doesn't have a time limit. The request streams are normally about take whatever the request is and make the crappiest version of it as fast as possible, which I haven't done one of those in a while. I've been trying to just get this done. So, it's
looking pretty good.
Now we got our little trail, and it looks so much better having a trail.
Yeah.
Does she have 2 particles? Yeah, she does. So she does have 2 coming off the wheels. I'm not sure how it's going to look. Looks fine, but as soon as the render kicks in, the preview render is pretty negative about it. Yeah, it all just builds up the wheel. So this will be what the dirt will look like. I definitely had to fix her floating there. I think the dirt looks okay. Mm-hmm. I might actually have it lift a little bit right here because it looks like it gets hard to see. Like from here to here. So I think I might just take this period, and because it's locked to the bottom of the wheels, and the bottom of the wheels kind of gets under the ground. So I'm gonna lift them up. Oh, it's because she literally is clipping. Oh yeah, so I'll have to actually go fix that anyway, because she shouldn't be clipping. I'll have to lift her up a little bit. Though it's really, having the wheels dig into the dirt is fine. Flying doesn't work, but if it's digging into the dirt, it's dirt. It's wheels. That's their job.
Dirt and wheels.
I am a little concerned about the motion blur with some of these, but this should be at 32. I don't know why my testing is at 64. 32 is the one that I can usually get done pretty quick. So she'd be blurred a little bit. And then at this point should be blurred quite a bit. And then at this point she should be less blurred again. So I do need to do a little bit of a test. It sometimes doesn't look right when you're watching it here, but when it's animated and it's actually moving, your brain just interprets it as being speed, and it's fine.
It's that time.
Yeah, it's everybody just looking through quotes. Is there a porn tax?
Maybe.
Add quote. I don't remember saying these things. No, it didn't. Yeah, I can't. I think it might require sub to do it, but don't just add things willy-nilly, because I will go through and clean them up. And if it is abused too heavily, like somebody just adding random text and stuff, I will disable it for a while. But for the most part, it's been handled correctly, so I'm keeping it. Hey, yeah. So I'm gonna try to do some grass stuff out of this weekend, but it's gonna take me a little bit to do. It's going to take a little bit to do that, and I've got a pretty busy weekend. Which is, as a reminder, tomorrow we are doing a Jackbox stream. So if anybody is interested to participate in a Jackbox stream, that will be at the same time tomorrow. Well, no, we're doing it a little later, so starting at 7. So whatever 2 hours earlier from right now is for you tomorrow. We'll be doing subs and patrons will have access to the code. And if anybody else wants to participate in the audience, you are free to. Otherwise, that's the group that'll be getting the code first. Anyway, Derpy was cool. Derpy's cool.
Derpy was cool.
I removed it because it wasn't really a quote.
But Derpy's cool.
But I don't think you ever said it at that point. It was just put in. So
Derpy's cool.
But
it's there now.
It's not, but it's one of those quotes. If somebody were to say quote and it popped up, they'd be like, eh.
I mean, it'd be like, stated facts. We like those.
It isn't a quote, it's a physics law.
Yes.
Sure.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, we actually got quite a bit done today. Got this one fully done, and then got this one mostly there. Like I have to just add Apple Bloom and some of the physics for her tail and stuff. Right now it's just her butt kind of turning on that. And then we're basically kind of done on that. God damn it, Edward.
Derby is cool.
Mike said it, it's a quote now.
I like that. It's like, chat's just like, hey Mike, say Derby's cool. Derby's cool. Like, Derby's cool. I like this,
I'm gonna just make a quote that just has tons of dots. Because it's just like connecting various bits together, and it's gonna be like derpy ... is ... horrible.
Wow. Monster.
But it's true.
Argo Damon is a big fat butthead. You can quote that.
Oh, good. You graduated from elementary school.
He's a big stupid face. That's so big.
Your head looks a little big. You need to get that.
I have a big head. So it's fine.
So, the little mic. So anyways, but yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow, and then we are doing the Sunday stream as well. So there's quite a bit of content between now and then. So
he typed out the word.
See, or these. Yeah, it's not that. It's not how that works. But anyway, thanks you guys for hanging out. Maybe see you tomorrow. Mid-Prem. Hello, Mid-Prem.
She's rating you.
We're leaving, Mid-Prem.
Hello, Mid-Prem.
This is our time. We were just quitting.
I'm looking forward to the thing.
No quitting. No, we were just. There's nothing on the screen. I mean, there's the scoots.
She's very wise.
Oh, Luigi. That's not. No, I guess you guys are bad. How are you doing, Mid-Prem? What were you doing? I'm guessing you're doing art. Or were you doing like. Well, no, you're done with Bioshock now.
The beans.
What were you doing? I don't know. Were you up to games anymore, or is it all art?
I like games, but I have to. He changed me to this desk during his streams, so
I did.
He did.
Well, we gotta end. I'm streaming tomorrow and Sunday, so
It's a lot.
Yes, we need time to do things. Oh, look, we did make a meme.
50-50. I did not survive this weekend.
We made a meme.
Yes.
Games start again, so I've been bullied to play Stanley Parable.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Look at it. I spent so long trying to match all the lighting and whatever, and it's perfect.
No.
You need to get this shirt.
I want that shirt.
Can you get that shirt?
Probably.
Like,
it's a cool shirt. I want that shirt, actually. Yeah.
You do.
T-Public has it. And Redbubble.
You gotta get that one. You need that. It is 100% you.
I do kind of want that.
It's on discount.
Oh boy.
And you know this one's good because they can't. Oh, okay.
It just straight up says T. Steve Buscemi.
But no, like in here, it shows it with a capital B but a lowercase s.
That's how you know quality.
Yeah, it is very quality. Somebody quality checked the crap out of that one.
I would hurt myself on that.
And a skateboard. Yeah, we need you to get a skateboard.
Dead in a week.
We need to get you the skateboard.
You won't be dead.
We need to get you that shirt and like the red sweater.
Red
but that's not a button down. Can we get you button down sweatshirt?
Button down hoodie. Yes. Somebody needs to invent a button down hoodie just so that I can wear it.
Well, let me check this now.
No, I hope this doesn't exist. That would be a horrible fashion choice. No. It's a shirt. But that's a hoodie. It has a hood. It's not a shirt.
Yeah, but it's more of a button-down look. I want like what actually
like
is a like
hybrid.
Yeah. I don't know. Because that sounds like a very Michael thing, and I don't know if the world is ready for this.
I need to invent it so that.
All I want to do is like grab one of
Well,
these.
there's that kind of looks like one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah. Oh, that is toggles?
That is way too many colors.
It's not even buttons. Those are toggles. Those are wooden toggles.
It's fancy.
It's fancy.
Ready or not, here. We need to get you that shirt and the sweaty. You look good in this too. We can get you this
Flannel? When do I ever wear plaid?
one. Look, it has to be this size too. Medium.
No. You want to reenact that scene from Tommy Boy? Go right ahead.
Well, it'd be so funny. Like if somebody's annoying you, all you have to do is this, and you're gonna assault them with buttons. It's perfect.
Oh no.
Okay. This is why I have no idea. But the problem is like getting him a skateboard. Like if you were to bring that anywhere, I know. And you have to wear a wig.
A Steve Buscemi wig?
A toupee. Maybe a toupee.
Wow.
But it's got to be the complete opposite color of the rest of your hair. Hey, do they have a mullet toupee?
That'd be like the one that's like the whole spoof on Joe Dirt.
Wait, look, in SFM's true. Why are they clothes shopping? Yeah. Because Michael... Have you seen Michael?
I dress well. I wear collared shirts, and you dress like the bohemian man.
I'm wearing a shirt.
Yeah, without a collar.
It says explore. Without a collar?
Yeah.
Because I'm wearing a non-collared shirt.
Yeah,
I'm bohemian.
Like, you're dressed down like some plebeian. You plebeian. You wear collared shirts.
So on the weekends where you're just wearing the like gray shirt that was probably white at one point.
Yeah.
You're plebeian then?
No, I am I don't exist during those days. I fade from the general populace into obscurity.
But I see you. I mean, I don't want to, but
think you see me. But I am.
You don't need no shave. What you talking about? Michael makeover stream?
I haven't shaved since Monday. This is true.
How many channel points?
No.
It's time to shave Michael to prep for the cosplay. How many channel points?
No, we're not shaving me.
We can do like one of those like community like point roundup things where it's like everybody can contribute points to it, and if we get there, Michael has to completely shave.
Sure.
And I'll make it like 10 points.
You can shave me, but you have to start with all my back hair.
No, I'm not shaving.
Well, who's gonna shave me? Because I'm not.
We're gonna make this Twitch shaves Michael, and they can all say left, right, up, and down.
This sounds like dangerous.
No, it's fine. The safety will be off. We're just gonna give him a blade. We're gonna take a razor blade.
We're gonna get one of those
and we're gonna
old ones from like the turn of the century.
There's the ceiling fan. If we put like razor blades on all of it.
Just lift me towards the ceiling fan slowly.
It's gonna look like one of those evil Bond movies.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 channel points. You get another inch towards the ceiling fan. Like, please, chat, no.
The Jules gonna drop like 15,000.
Kill me immediately. Thanks, Jules. You haven't done it yet, but
that's just
murder.
Hey, this is your idea. We're turning it up a notch. It's like hydrate. There's 2 coughs for Mike makeover.
Goes from drinking water to drowning.
Well, we gotta get a bucket of outfits and then change outfits.
Yes.
Okay.
Old Mad Hatter.
Name the price.
To murder me?
We actually have been talking for me and Michael do maybe like a couch game through playing It Takes Two because it's a game where you have to help each other and also like mess with each other. So we're thinking about playing that on stream sometime. We can technically play it on 2 different computers, but I wanted to actually get us on the couch together at the same time because I think you can do it on. It has to be on controller if you're doing online co-op or like split screen. Yeah. So. I want to make some. I want to try to get that to work at some point. Not right now though.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, we are over. So we're done. Thank you, friend, for
We were properly rated.
Yes, you rated the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Is that a term? I don't think I'm not going to use that term again. So yes, thank you for streaming.
Yes.
The game.
Catch it a lot.
Catch what?
Our streams.
I was on the. I lurk a lot. I pop in, or I'll just leave it in the background so that I gain channel points because I want.
Chances are I'm napping.
I want Art Slave, but I keep telling you to hydrate, and then I ruin my points. So, anyways, I'm gonna jump to Kitty. Bob only uses his left arm. Yes, he doesn't. He has two left arms.
Yes. Very important. Have a backup.
But thank you all for doing what you do.
This reminds me, I still need to fix my Patreon.
You have a Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on my Patreon.
Yeah, because you made it weird.
No, I updated it to have cool things, and then like
It's weird now.
you're still sitting at the low thing.
That's because I'm confused by technology. Didn't you see?
Have you actually looked at it?
Yeah. I couldn't figure it out. I legit looked at it one time. That was a while ago.
Well, thank you, Hunter Kong, for this up. Well, you're not on the list there, but you should be. But thank you very much. We're gonna be done for today. But we are like me just said we are gonna be we're not gonna talk about we're playing Jackbox tomorrow at about 7 o'clock my time, so 2 hours previous to today. And anybody that is a sub or Patreon supporter can play along. They get the code before anybody else. So if you want to show up, show up. So otherwise, see you guys later. Bye bye. Whatever. Blah.
Ciao.
There's your okay.
What?
Ciao.
Yeah. It means goodbye.
I know, but when I say me gusta and you're like, that's not English.
Yeah. I'm confused.
Yeah, that's just part of life, Michael.